Whiteout, an epic clash between two deeply storied rivals.
Shetler!
A battle like no...
What are you doing?
I'm doing the hype video.
What do you mean? It's Whiteout.
Yeah, it's Whiteout video.
Yeah. Look, I don't think you really know what's going on here. Let me tell you. Whiteout looks a bit like this. It's about the physicality. It's about the rivalry.
Like Ali Frazier. Like Red Sox Yankees. Like the Celtics and the Lakers.
Okay, Shetler, we get it. But most importantly, it's about the atmosphere.
Tyler Black ends it in OT!
You know what, Kaylee? I think I get it now.
You know what, Shetler? I think you do too.
Yeah.
All right, let's say this together. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Whiteout is here.
Year, and we don't have to wait any longer because it's a whiteout here in the Deb. Welcome to the most highly anticipated matchup of the season, where the Oswego State Lakers are set to go to war against the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Whiteout starts now here on WTOP 10. Welcome to the pregame show here in the Deb. I am your host for this evening, Michael Shetler, joined alongside the riveting Ryan Joyce, the jovial Jolie Santiago, and the marvelous Zach Malmut. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. I've had my suit on since about 4 in the morning, and I'm ready to go. It's Whiteout, baby. How are we feeling?
Goosebumps, Scheller. I'm excited. I think we might have a few people behind us here tonight.
At least 10.
Just a few, yeah, a couple. No, I'm excited to be up here with you guys. Huge game for both sides. Plattsburgh, Oswego. Doesn't get any better than this. Where else would you want to be? Oswego, New York on a Saturday, guys.
Exactly right, Joyce. And let me tell you, my first whiteout was last year because I'm a transfer student, so that was my first experience. So being here right now, being a host, it's epic.
Yeah, going to be my final whiteout. So it's a big one here, but the rivalry continues, and what a game we have today.
Absolutely, and you know, we know the illustrious history between these two teams, and we know the importance of this matchup, and we'll talk SUNYAC standings later on, but let's kick it off. Let's take a look at the full team comparison between both teams.
Yeah, I'll take this one here with the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Obviously, a big one with 4.2 goals per game. Oswego with 3.8. And then the goals against per game is huge for Plattsburgh. One of the best in the conference when it comes to defense. So they're very, very strong.
Yeah, and let me say, if you thought Oswego puts up a lot of shots, check out Plattsburgh too, because they're in it to win it as well. This is going to be a tough matchup. Goalies are really going to be tested tonight. And also, penalty minutes is going to be huge, because this is a game with the rivalry, and the roughing will be insane. So I'm going to expect a lot of people to be in that box.
Yeah, you mentioned penalties there, Jolie. Plattsburgh leads the SUNYAC, 306 penalty minutes. Oswego third in the SUNYAC behind Buff State with 244 penalty minutes. So really high score flying teams, but they're definitely going to be physical here tonight. And you know Oswego, when a team comes into the Deb, it's going to get physical. And obviously with a big crowd like tonight, you expect that a lot.
Absolutely, and these Plattsburgh State Cardinals are very dangerous, but the one thing that the Lakers have had over the Cardinals is their number in these past few whiteout games. They've been dominant as of late, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the recent history of these last 4 whiteout games. Ryan, what'd you think?
Yeah, you see pretty successful here for Oswego. I think the one to note is, you know, you look back at the 2021-2022 game, 5-2 victory. Tyler Flack, Connor Smart, A.J. Ryan scored in that game. Then last year in the whiteout game, 5-1. 4 of the 5 goal scorers are back here for Oswego this year. And what's really been successful for this team is, you know, playing a clean game.
Yeah, and Connor Sleet, the big standout, the last 2 whiteouts, a goal and 3 assists for the Lakers. Could have another impact tonight on one of those later lines.
Yeah, in the last 10 matchups against Plattsburgh, Oswego has gone 7-2-1. Really trying to dominate that last 10 matchups. That is looking good and kind of puts an implication for what's going to happen tonight.
Absolutely, and a lot of new Lakers are going to have to step up. They lost a lot of seniors, but for now, we're going to toss it down to the lovely Kaylee Richmond, who's down on sideline. Kaylee, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm sitting right in the middle of the student section here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as we are just less than 30 minutes away before our rivalry matchup against SUNY Plattsburgh. Now, as you look around in the sea of white behind me, you can see that the crowd is hyped. They are ready to go. They are ready for this game to get started. And pretty soon, all of these seats will be filled. We are at capacity tonight, which means that there is only standing room available to view this game. But if you weren't able to get a ticket tonight, don't worry, we have all your coverage here on WTOP 10 News. Excuse me, sports and news as well. Back to you guys.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West 1st Street.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Welcome back to the Whiteout pregame show for the SUNYAC matchup, and we're going to kick it off right here. The Lakers have had the Plattsburgh State Cardinals number, so we're going to take a look at head coach of Plattsburgh, Steve Moffitt, and what he has to say about this upcoming Whiteout matchup. Let's take a look.
And these teams met in a Deb, well, things ended a little bit like this.
And the horn sounds, and the Plattsburgh Cardinals are SUNYAC champions.
Well, thank you for joining us, Coach. We appreciate you taking the time out today before the weekend comes up. So, for starters, I guess getting right into things. Last year, you guys came into the Deborah F. Stanley on the championship game, and you hushed the crowd that was quite loud and all in their white. So, going into this year's, what is it like preparing a team for an environment that's so chaotic in D3 hockey?
It's such a fun, it's a fun atmosphere. It's a fun place to play. The teams go at it. You know, the guys have they know guys on the other team, on Oswego. So our guys get excited. Everybody wants to beat their buddies, you know, but when they're playing in that game, they're no friends on either team. You know, the guys want to win, and they're going to do whatever they can to win. And both teams just play really hard against each other. It makes for a great rivalry.
And talking a little bit about how you both played in Plattsburgh and now coach. Gosick did the same thing here in Oswego. Tell me a little bit about what it's like being a player and then getting that coaching job at your alma mater. What's that feel like?
Yeah, it's a really special feeling. You know, it's something, I don't know, it wasn't something that I set out to do by any means. I think things just kind of rolled into that. But once I had that opportunity as an assistant, to start as an assistant and have that opportunity to be a coach and try to, you know, obviously win hockey games, but more importantly, you know, you're trying to develop people and leaders when they get out of college.
And I guess the last thing I have to ask you is there anything you got, anything last words you want to say going into this weekend, both Cortland and Oswego?
No, I hope I know the rink's going to be loud. I want it to be as loud as possible. It makes it fun for both teams. I know our guys love it. I know, you know, the Oswego team loves it too. So just be as loud as you can. Let's hear it.
and their return to the Deb for the first time since the SUNYAC championship. For the Cardinals, it's repeat or defeat.
With the backdoor play.
As we take a look at the coaching battle on the other side, we have Ed Gosick. Ryan, what do you think about the coaching battle here tonight?
Yeah, two really established head coaches. I mean, looking at that one side, Coach Alex Moffitt had only one season under 500 in 2019. Since then, has won 15-plus games. And obviously, Ed Gosick, look at that side, has 91 players at all conference honors, has coached 32 All-Americans, has a national championship, two really established coaches in a big game here today. They've been in a couple of these whiteouts, just a few of them, so should be a good one here today.
Absolutely, and the one difference, 4 SUNYAC championships, 1 SUNYAC championship, that's a difference maker. But moving from the players to the coaches, there's one player in particular that's got a phenomena, an aura around him, and it just happens to have all these Oswego fans buzzing, and that might just be his hair. Let's take a look.
As the Lakers are getting excited for the Cal Shell hair flip, it's kind of become a custom here in Oswego. The fans love it.
I mean, they just love Cal Shell in his entirety there.
I mean, he gets the crowd going. It's always funny to hear the crowd go nuts when he waves his hair back. And I think he's embellishing it a little bit too to get the crowd going, but we love it. And
he embraces it, and it's just cool to see the crowd get into it.
Shell's the guy. Shell's was the guy heading into this year.
Shell recently has been one of the best goalies in the SUNYAC. He's been dominating.
That one's blocked away by Shell.
Now, Cal Shell is one of those players who has proved time and time again that he is that guy.
I mean, we could talk forever about what kind of hair products he uses, maybe some pomade, some sea salt spray, but the one thing that has these Oswego fans buzzing more than his luscious locks is his gameplay as we look at the goalie comparison between Cal Shell and another phenomenal goalie, Brandon Milberg. So, Zach, let's take a look.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both these guys are really, really strong. I mean, the big difference is in conference here. Shell has been great, 8-3 record in conference. Milberg, though, is 3-0, a .99 goal against average. A very tough choice at netminder here tonight for Ed Gosick.
Absolutely, and on the other side of the ice, the Lakers have some fierce competition in goal. Let's take a look at the Plattsburgh goalies.
Yeah, Schiller and Hearn, oh my gosh, they are great goalies and they deserve their recognition, their flowers. So while Hearn's playing 12 of the games, starting them as well, Schiller, a sophomore, played 10, and he was actually the one that was playing in the Deb for the SUNYAC championship. We remember that because he was giving daggers to the student section, right? But he last played 10 days ago against Norwich, and he held his own in that 4-4 overtime tie. So that really is looking good for him if he wants to play today. However, Hearn last played most recently, and I think he's probably the better bet to have in that cage right now.
Absolutely, and this Lakers offense may have a tough day. Two really good goaltenders in the net. But right now, we're going to toss it down to my main man, Mike Neckers, who's going to talk some SUNYAC studs that just so happen to be playing on the ice here tonight. Mike, take it away.
Thanks, guys. We're hoping for an absolutely electric matchup tonight featuring some of the SUNYAC's top scorers. That's right, we've got 3 of them here tonight. First of all, we've got Shane Bull, number 24 for the Lakers, a senior from Brooklyn, Ontario, an absolute stud out on the ice. He works so hard out there. He's been here 4 years. He's working his butt off. But don't take away from Plattsburgh because they've also got their own stud, number 15, Bennett Stockdale, a senior himself from Ottawa, Ontario. 2 great players, and if you look at them side by side, you can see Shane Bull is ranked number 1 overall in the SUNYAC with 20 goals and 20 assists on the season. That's 40 points. Stockdale not too far behind, though, with 32 points. That's 16 goals and 16 assists. Bull has a shot percentage of .227 compared to Bennett Stockdale's .154. And Bull has a whopping 10 power play goals this season. But don't let that take away from Bennett Stockdale, who has 5 of his very own. All right, next up we'll move to number 3, who's in good company with the first 2, Mr. Tyler Flack himself, who is burning red hot right now. He's been an absolute stud this season, and he has recorded 1 or more points in 15 straight games. He's ranked number 3 in total points in the SUNYAC with 30. And in these games, he's scored 15 goals and 23 assists on the season and 11 goals and 19 in that last 15-game streak. And lastly, he is Mr. Clutch, and he has 4 game-winning goals this season. That's all I've got for you guys right now, but don't go anywhere because after the break, we're going to send it right back up to the guys in Jolie and the Perch for a great pregame show. Thanks. I'm Mike Neckers with WTOP 10.
you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin.
Welcome back to the Whiteout pregame show. And guys, although we have a huge matchup on our hands tonight, there are some other very, very important matchups going around in the SUNYAC with serious SUNYAC implications. So let's cut right to it. Let's take a look around the SUNYAC.
Yeah, I'm going to start off here with Cortland with a 3-2 lead. Actually a comeback from Potsdam. It was 2-0 Cortland. Potsdam keeping it close, 3 straight losses to the top teams in the conference. They're keeping it close versus Cortland. Cortland's got to watch out. Obviously, the last 3 games is huge for Potsdam. They faced 51 shots per game. They obviously have limited that tonight, only 32 right now.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have Buff State at Geneseo. So Buff State's goalie Cumberworth, he should not be underestimated. He's 3rd in the SUNYAC with saves. And that's just another part, though, because Geneseo covers all fronts, as we've seen when they played against Oswego. So it's hard to get ahead of them. But Plattsburgh did, and they did it twice in this season. So this is going to be a good matchup.
And another huge game here in the SUNYAC as well. We have Fredonia, Brockport. Really good game last time. OT game winner there for Xavier Forden. But Brockport on a little skid, 0-4-2 in the last couple games. Haven't won a game since January 9th at Brockport, so it's going to be a big one overall. And I think it's going to be a goaltender battle, too, between Dylan Weimer and Charles Anthony Barbeau. Whoever kind of messes up first might be the winner here tonight. So it's going to be a big one for SUNYAC seeding overall.
Absolutely, and all these games are very important as we head to the home stretch of the regular season, as we are now going to check at the SUNYAC standings as of right now.
Yeah, I mean, Geneseo obviously sitting at the top. It's a really tight battle there. The big thing is they're hoping that Jenny drops a game, these teams in Oswego and Plattsburgh. Will that happen? We'll find out in the next couple weekends.
Absolutely, and if the season ended now, Geneseo and Oswego would have the 1 and 2 seed. They would be home and they would have the first round bye. That is absolutely crucial. And this game for the Cardinals is absolutely monumental, as a win over Oswego would put them into the number 2 seed, Jolie.
Yeah, and can I just say that the top 4 dominate the SUNYAC right now. While there's been a few upsets, it's important to pay attention to those top 4 because Buff State's at 10 points and Cortland's ahead of them by 7 points, leaving the closest bracket margin 17. So that's really kind of crazy to think about, that 4 top dominating the SUNYAC.
Absolutely. What are you looking at, Joyce?
I mean, there's a lot of games going on here. It's going to be huge. Going on the stretch here, a lot of teams are around the same points in the SUNYAC. So the top 3-4 teams very close right now. Each game's going to matter, and every big game on Saturday is going to get bigger and bigger going forward here.
Absolutely. Now Oswego looking to shut the door on Plattsburgh's hopes of the number 2 seed, as we're going to send it to break, but it's time for the 3 Ps after the break here on WTOP 10. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Somebody hit the lights in this place as puck drop is about to commence, but it is time to get down to our 3 Ps. And Jolie, I'm going to hit you. If you had to go all in on one player tonight, put your chips in the middle and predict who you think is going to shine the brightest, who you got?
I got it. Cards number 8, Tio Didario. Now, he's fallen off for a bit. No goals, but something happened last night. He put up 2 goals against Portland, and that was just 5 shots that he had. So he is knowing how to be precise, and he got it.
Yeah, I'm going with Bennett Stockdale. I mean, big game against Oswego, 2 goals and an assist versus Oswego this season. The top player for Plattsburgh in my mind. If Plattsburgh win tonight, trust me, Bennett Stockdale will be on the score sheet.
I'm going to go Quinn Warmuth, the grad senior here for Oswego. This game's going to be huge for leadership. I say it right in the big letters there too as well. Will be his 7th game versus Plattsburgh. He's played these guys a lot of times, and he knows exactly what to expect in these big kind of games. It's going to be huge here tonight for the Lakers.
Well, the good thing is we don't have to wait very long to see if your players are going to shine, but it's time to drop our picks. Jolie, who do you got winning this game, and what's your score prediction?
Yeah, I got Oswego 5-3, and I say this, they're coming off of a big scoring high game yesterday, and also this crowd. They're great when that crowd is pumping, so...
Yeah, I'm going 3-1 Oswego, a big game for the Lakers. It's about who wants it more, and with this crowd, the Lakers definitely want it more.
It's a little bit warmer here in Oswego this past week, so the Cardinals are going to be chirping 4-2 Plattsburgh. Hard to really beat a team 2 times in the season. Going to be a really close one, but I think at the end, Plattsburgh's going to get it done.
You know, sometimes you can't always play the hero. You got to play the villain. But that's not today. I'm taking the Oswego State Lakers 3-2, baby. And that wraps it up for the pregame show. We're going to throw it up to the boys in the press box, Kyle Spizak and Kenny G. Thank you all for watching, boys. Out to you.
And thanks, guys. We're up here in the press box as minutes are just ticking away until we get to that big moment. Puck drop here on Whiteout 2024. But it's not just Whiteout, is it, Kenny? It's also Senior Day here in Oswego for the Lakers.
Yes, it is. And the Oswego State Lakers, 13 seniors this year on their team. A huge senior class leaving the team, but a huge day for them.
Francis, who came back from injury this year, a huge comeback in his senior year. Tyler Flack, really one of the stars of this team. Flack and Bull leading the team in points, leading the SUNYAC in some categories. And we just run through the whole list. Andriaki, Smart, Arcan, Bull, Ryan, Parent, Grimshaw, the whole lineup stacked from top to bottom with seniors.
An absolutely stacked senior lineup, as you said. We have Shane Bull leading the nation in power play goals, 3rd overall in regular goals. A huge asset to the Lakers. We said Flack on a 15-game point streak right now. Tyler Flack also leaving the Lakers after this year. A huge senior class. And Kyle, I don't know about you, but I don't think you could ask for a better senior night for an Oswego State Laker than whiteout against the Plattsburgh State Cardinals.
I mean, if there's any way to end your regular season time at home, it would be a win on senior night on this glorious, glorious occasion that is Whiteout 2024. So, Kenny, I'm going to pose you the question. Long list of seniors there. Give me 3 who you think are really, really going to stand out in this game.
Give me Shane Bull. He'll stand out as always. He's trying to continue that power play streak goal, and Oswego needs the power play, so you're going to see him a lot. You got Tyler Flack trying to continue his streak. Oh, you know what? I'll go Tristan Francis as well. I think he'll do pretty good as well.
A little bit of T-Fran action, huh?
Yeah.
Throwing some T-Fran in, getting the defense involved. This is going to be a really important part going into this game. I mean, Plattsburgh, one heck of an offense coming in. Defense is going to have to stand tall to keep the shots away from Shell.
Absolutely. You got guys like Brett Fudger, who's been a commander so far this year since he's come back from injury. Stands tall. He's a commanding force on the defense. All I said already, Tristan Francis, a huge force as well on the Oswego defense, trying to send out the defense on a good note tonight on their senior night on Whiteout.
And speaking on defense in particular, two players that didn't start as defensemen this year, but dropped back to defense, Arkin and Andriaki, and they've been doing a heck of a job in their new position.
They have been, and we talked to Gozik earlier on. He said they were losing defensemen for another reason, this or that. Didn't give us an exact reason, but they lost a lot of defensemen, and those guys were crucial in dropping back out of the forward and going into the defense. Huge, huge, huge puzzle piece for the Lakers as they're trying to make their late season playoff push to try and get another game here in the Deb.
As huge as defense has been, offense has also been another strong part of the Lakers, averaging 39 shots a game. Lot thanks to Shane Bull and Tyler Flack, who both have been lighting up the stat sheet.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys lighting up the stat sheet, guys in the top of the SUNY.
And we are going to take a quick pause real quick before we get to the game. We're going to send it over to Mr. Marabito as we get ready for anthems and then puck drop.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Just minutes away now from game time starting here on the 2024 Oswego State Whiteout versus the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Kenny, it may be 50 degrees outside, but whiteout conditions in the Deb tonight.
You look around the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena and you see plenty of white towels flying, white hockey jerseys, and the also very, very popular whiteout t-shirts sold over here in the Murano Campus Center. It is indeed a whiteout here tonight. You see a few of the Plattsburgh fans over there in the other section also supporting their team. Kyle, it is indeed a whiteout tonight.
Without a doubt, Kenny. But when we take a look at the all-time standings between these two teams, Oswego trails the win-loss in 48, 81, and 9 on the entire career between these two teams. So Oswego, they may not have that luxury, but playing in a condition like this is quite hard, as the face-off's won by Oswego. As going up the boards now to Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale's coming across the blue line, tries to look across to Jerusik. Jerusik's going to dump that one back down in, picked up behind the net by Warmoth. Pushed down in the corner. Francis trying to work that one up the boards to Gatto. Gatto able to chip it up. Bull trying to get this one out into the neutral zone. He'll do so, picked up by Jerusik. Jerusik gets the red line, dumps that one in back behind the net. Shell comes out to play, but stopping that one along the boards is Dierdrio. Francis going to be able to get this one. Tries to get the ball in center ice, but that's going to go all the way the length of the ice for a icing. But we're going to throw it down to our rinkside reporter, Kaylee Richmond, who has a little bit more on the atmosphere.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at the starting netminders for tonight's game. Now for Oswego, starting in goal for Oswego tonight is sophomore number 30, Cal Shell. As of right now, Shell has a save percentage of .902%. Now, the last time Shell started was the Lakers' most recent matchup against SUNY Geneseo, which did not exactly work out in their favor, but hopefully Shell is able to pull through and bring the Lakers to success in this game. Now, as for the Cardinals, starting in goal tonight is sophomore number 33, Eli Schiller. Schiller, last time we saw him, had 26 saves against us in the 2023 SUNYAC Championship. This is his first whiteout appearance that he is starting of his SUNY Plattsburgh hockey career. Now let's send it back up to the guys in the press box.
Thanks, Kaylee. Is working it up to the point to Rocco. Edison's going to take the shot on net, but that one's going to be blocked down by Butler. Working it down in the corner, down to McQuaid. McQuaid works this one up to the point. Semrad over to Addison. Addison's going to dump that one down in front of the net. The puck's loose, and it goes in between the pads of Schiller, but he's able to stop that one dead, and the Laker faithful are rocking already.
The Dev is already rocking, Kyle.
But Kenny, I heard you got some keys to the game for both teams here today, but give us the first round of it. What do you got for Plattsburgh?
Well, for Plattsburgh, I got to hush the crowd. They got to score first. It's loud in here, Kyle. I can't hear anything also, and I'm sure the goalie can't hear much either. Also, kill the power play. Plattsburgh right now is 74.7% penalty kill on the year. Definitely have to improve on that to beat the Lakers tonight.
As Sleeth gets ready to take this face-off, and Sleeth wins this one back to Addison. Addison looking for the shot, but going to elect to wrap it around the boards. McQuaid couldn't grab that one, so it's going to be picked up on the far side by Bonfield. Bonfield's going to get that one up. Coming down now is Catron. Catron pins Addison against the boards, as joining him is Lanny. Out to the point now, Bulger with a shot opportunity, but he's going to push this one down to the corner instead. Heavy pressure from the Lakers. Semrad in the far side corner with it. Tries to do a start and stop, turn around the other way, but he gets pinned against the boards as a slew of Cardinals start to get on him. Back the other way now, Rocco dropping down, chipping this one up the board, trying to get it up to McQuaid. McQuaid battle with Bulger at center ice. Puck lost, but it's refound by Lanny. Over to Bonfield. Bonfield's going to get the red line, dump this one down in. Cardinals elect to get a change. Samrad behind the net, chips this one off to Rocco. Rocco, half boards up to Smart. Smart pins this one against the boards before he hits it off the boards up to Rocco again. Noah Bull now trying to work this one down to the zone. He'll get it down in. Smart working down on Hogg. Hogg's able to get this one away from Smart. Stops behind the net, pauses, and lets the play develop. Hogg skates this one out himself now. Looking for a winger up the wing, but he's just going to have to take it himself, get the red line, and dump that one down in. Down into the corner, picked up by Andriaki. Andriaki's going to try to chip that one up, but it goes back the other way. Coming down to play, that one's Hogg. Back behind the net, Lakers able to pick this one up. Coming out now is Noah Bull. Noah Bull looking for the centering pass to Calabufo. He gets a stick on it, no icing. He chases it down in. Schiller thought about playing that one, decided not to. Calabufo now hits it up the boards to Bala. Bala with a slap shot, but his stick snaps in half on that shot. And a huge hit from Ryan, pushing a player off the puck. Ryan's able to pick it up now. Ryan coming down, he's got a chance on net. He trips around his shot, but that one goes wide. Back into the neutral zone, the puck goes. Chasing that one down is Plattsburgh. Back behind the net, Schiller comes out trying to play this one, and Ryan in the corner, trying to pick this one up, battling against Hogg. Ryan still battling behind the net. Squeaks out. Grimshaw is going to pick it up on the far side half boards. Grimshaw trying to do a few moves. He goes down. No delayed called. Laker faithful ain't happy, but Hogg's got it back behind the net now. Jerusik joins him on the rush. They're going to chip this one high off the glass. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. Now, Kenny, you have keys for Oswego as well, so why don't you hit me with them?
Well, I'm going to hit you with Oswego needing to take quality shots and not a quantity of shots. Well, Ed Gosick did say they need to get those rebound goals. I think Oswego dumps a little bit too many, and they might need to get some better quality shots to get behind Plattsburgh. Well, also letting Flack fly on his 15-game point streak, letting him get the puck on his stick might be best for the Lakers.
As we're set for face-off. Face-off delayed there. Somebody moved a bit too early. Flack moving up a little bit, waiting to get the draw for a quick shot opportunity if he gets it to him. Still delayed now. Refs weren't happy with what they saw, but face-off one back by Plattsburgh. Hogg's going to pick this one up. Tries to get it up off the glass. Able to do so. It goes out of the zone, but back right the other way. Shane Bull on the attack. Bull takes a hit from Hogg. Hogg's going to dump that one off the boards. And back all the way down. Another icing call. 15:45 left to go in period number one, and a lot of physical hockey to start it off, Kenny. Crowds pumping, players are rolling. This is exactly what you want out of a whiteout atmosphere.
Absolutely, from both sides, a very physical game. Oswego started to lack a little bit earlier on the back check, but their forecheck so far looking very good in this game. Shane Bull, especially on the forecheck, looking great so far. Oswego making some good plays, while Plattsburgh has great puck control and puck discipline thus far.
As we mentioned, some of the other games going on around the SUNYAC, Cortland just has beaten the Potsdam Bears by a score of 3-2, gaining more points and moving up the standings towards the last part of the season here. Jerusik makes a risky move in front of the net, but able to get that one out of the zone, but Semrad wraps it right back in around the boards. Coming down on the other side now is the man himself, Flack. 15-point game point streak. McQuaid within the high slot. Now Flack tries a backhand. That one's towed away by Schiller. Back up to McQuaid now. McQuaid on the half board. He's trying to work it to the center of the ice. Dumps it off to Addison. Addison over to Semrad at the high point. A shot. That one's blocked away to the side. Flack with it. Dumps it down in the corner. Lets Bull get to work, but it's going to go the other way now, and this one's going to be picked up by Hogg. Hogg moves it up to Jerusik. Back to Hogg, battling along the boards, and Stockdale's going to dump that one down in. Takes a weird bounce. Shell's easily able to play that one. Picked up now by Addison. Addison gets it to Sleeth at the blue line. Sleeth's going to just backhand this one out of the zone. With some pressure from Plattsburgh, easier to get it out of the zone than risk anything, Kenny.
Absolutely. You see Oswego getting a lot of shots on Schiller, getting good passes with wide open lanes. There's another save there by Shell. So far, Oswego looks like a well-oiled machine, while Plattsburgh seems to be skating around the ice in some weird ways and not seeing much going their way. A lot of shots coming to their goalie, defensively breaking down, not looking too hot on the back check.
As the attempt up to Breyer gets kicked off by Sleeth. Sleeth with a shot, blocked by Jack Ring. Ring deflects another pass, able to bounce that one off the back boards to Butler. Butler trying to work it up the boards now, and he gets a huge hit from McQuaid as it goes all the way back down the other way. And they are going to send McQuaid to the box for that hit. So we have our first penalty of the game.
We do. It is going to be a boarding call there. And we see the replay here of the almost goal. Goes the backhand there for Flack. And just oh so close, hits the post, and just doesn't really get in on the glove side of Schiller. Just not quite close enough, but we've seen plenty of opportunities so far for the Lakers. Some we haven't seen in their last few games, Kyle. Opportunities not really coming their way. They're not finding good lanes. They weren't finding a lot of good opportunities. Well, so far we're seeing plenty of shots on goal coming for the Lakers so far with the advantage on shots to goal in this game.
As the Lakers find themselves on the penalty kill early on in this game, maybe the momentum getting to them. An 82.4% kill rate on the year. Last game, only taking one penalty, and it wasn't until late in the second period, Quinn Warmouth with a cross-check in last night's affair. Potsdam starting to get, or Plattsburgh getting things working now. As a shot from the point, that one goes a bit wide off the stick of Bulger. Working it the other way now. Flack has it. He's just going to skate this one back a little bit, kill more time, dump it in, and let Bull go down and pick this one up. Bull pins it against the board. He gets pushed in the boards immediately by Bulger and a few other Cardinals as well. Lanny on the attack. Turning that one around and going back the other way now is Stockdale. Stockdale dumps that one off to Bulger. Bulger gets the red line, and he's going to dump this one high off the glass. Back behind to pick that one up was Gatto. Gatto's able to get it off a deflection and sail it back down the ice. Plattsburgh has to return to their own zone as Landy's got heavy pressure on him. Sleeth with a shot in front. Tried to pass that one, couldn't get it off. Rocco able to get possession of the puck, though. They get it back to Calabufo. Calabufo sails this one all the way down. 1 minute left on the penalty kill. No shots yet for Plattsburgh.
A great job, though, by Plattsburgh so far, getting that out of their own zone, just dumping it away and getting it into the neutral zone, get themselves out of trouble, as now we're going to see how they do on offense.
Weaver Vitale dumps it back to Jerusik. Jerusik's going to take this one in before dumping it off to Breyer. Back to Jerusik, and Jerusik snipes one right by the glove of Cal Shell. And the Plattsburgh Cardinals strike first in the Deb.
And Jerusik with a great opportunity. A quick little wrist shot to get that one in the back of the net. Hit the glove side of Shell. Didn't look like he was ready for it. A little bit too far on the right side of his net. Just didn't see it coming. And the Plattsburgh Cardinals fly into the Deb, and they strike first, Kyle.
And a little bit of deflation in the energy here. So we're going to send it to ringside reporter Mike Neckers to tell us a little bit about that first goal.
Thanks, guys. Not an ideal start here if you're a Lakers fan, as the Lakers get an early penalty and are unable to kill that power play. Plattsburgh capitalizing in that opportunity. We got plenty of game left, plenty of time for the Lakers to come back, but right now, not looking good if you're a Lakers fan. Thanks, guys. Back to the booth.
And thanks, Mike, as it's pinned against the end boards right now in the Lakers zone. No movement of the puck yet. It slips out a little bit. Semrad able to get it. Doesn't know where to go with it, so he kind of just brings it right back the other way. Simon's now looking up the ice for Ryan. Ryan couldn't get the stick on the puck, so Weaver Vitale's able to chip that one back down into Oswego zone. Thomas on the attack, stumbles a little bit, gives the Lakers time to get things moving the other way. Semrad gets the red line, sends this one around the boards. Schiller out to play, up to Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale off the boards to Bolger. Bolger now trying to find Thomas, but it's intercepted by Gatto. Back down into the neutral zone, Bala picks it up. He finds Flack. Flack's got a wing. Trying to look in front for Bull and a tip, and that was shut down by Schiller and almost back in the net by his own player and Thomas. Trying to close that one off for Schiller, but it goes right under the pads.
And you really see them attacking that glove side of Schiller. As you've seen in most of his footage, we'll take a look at the replay here of the goal for the Cardinals. Glove side Shell just wasn't ready for it. A great one-timer right over by the pole. Nothing much else you can ask for there. The 8th goal of the season for Jerusik.
Jerusik, one of the top players on this Plattsburgh team, the starting center, and one of the leading point scorers on this team as well. Jerusik, his 8th goal in the year, 9 assists, now 17 points. As we get things underway down in the corner now. Wrapped around by Stockdale over to Bolger. Bolger working it up the boards. He's going to go across the ice to Stockdale. Stockdale dumps this one down in, tries to jump around a defender, but Shell's quick to close that one down and cause a face-off in Oswego's zone. 11:24 left to go in period number 1 of play here on Whiteout Weekend. I'm Kyle Spiezak alongside Kenny Gerard. Shots for Oswego to Plattsburgh, but Plattsburgh leads by a score of 1-0. Sleeth on the face-off, loses that one, goes back to Ring. Ring's gonna put this one high off the glass, goes back the other way. Brandon Butler going down to get that one, but now a loose puck. Able to win the race was Rocco, and Rocco takes a massive hit. No call there. He gets hammered. As coming the other way now, Plattsburgh has a little bit of momentum after a goal and a huge hit. McQuaid with it now, he's gonna dump it up to Sleeth. Sleeth tries to do a stop and start, but he loses the puck in the process. Schiller comes out and plays it behind the net.
And Oswego looks like they're getting caught flat-footed a lot here, Kyle. They look messy. Look like they're not really finding their lanes and they're not in their position. Look at the defensemen, flat-footed right next to each other, not where you want to be.
As Simons goes down to that one, a delayed offsides. Plattsburgh has to clear the zone. Addison has time to get something moving. He gets it over to Semrad. Semrad looking up for Ryan. Ryan's able to get a stick on it, so no icing will be called. Ring trying to get it down in the corner, but it's deflected off of Grimshaw. Up to Simons. Simons looking back over Semrad. Semrad with a goal! Drake Semrad! Bardowski! The wheelhouse is rocking, Kenny!
And you can hear this place to the south end of Alabama, Kyle. The Dev is rocking. Here's the one-timer Bardowski off the crossbar, and a beautiful goal by Semrad. And Kyle, we said earlier, not many shots for either team, but here we are, a 1-1 game. It's what you want from a whiteout.
And right back down to our ringside reporter, Mike Neckers, who had the best possible angle of that goal.
The Lakers come back early with a Bardowski there. An absolute screamer of a goal from the Lakers, and that makes it 1-1, a brand new game here. Again, still plenty of game left, lots of physicality down here. It'll be interesting to see what's to come. Back up to the guys in the booth.
Thanks, Mike, as you were right there for all the energy of the Laker faithful. They were waiting for that one, Kenny.
They absolutely were. They found a wide open lane for Semrad, and using the iconic faceoff circle that the great Wayne Gretzky used all the time on his power plays. Not quite a power play, but you saw a great one-timer, wide open pass, a beautiful play, and a beautiful setup for Drake Semrad and the Lakers.
They call it Ovi's office for a reason. The best place to get a power play goal. Not on the power play, but nonetheless, if you're open, you got that shot, you got a good chance of putting it in. As down into the corner now, Jarusic's going to pick it up. Jarusic getting some speed, trying to work it up to Stockdale. Stockdale's able to get a stick on it as he stumbles, so no icing will be called. Francis working it up the half boards up to Calabufo. Calabufo looking for Bull, but it goes to the stick of Weaver Vitale. Stockdale with it now, and they're going to call an offsides on that one. Faceoff returns to the neutral zone.
And now you kind of feel the momentum in here shifting the way of the Lakers. Again, doing much better on the forecheck. When we saw them start to crumble there a little bit, they weren't looking too hot, weren't looking too good, really not finding their assignments, getting caught flat-footed. But there you saw the Lakers on their toes, while Plattsburgh still on their toes. Just a great offensive play and a great setup. And, well, you made it easy for Semrad.
As the Lakers rolling their first line with Gatto, Bull, and Flack, matching up against the third line of Plattsburgh, Lanny, Catron, and Bonfield. Bonfield's going to get this one straight off the draw. Tipped back, Arcan's able to get that, but he puts it right back on Bonfield. Gatto, that one goes off his stick. Bonfield picks it up, coming down the far side wing, looks in front for Lanny, no connection on that one. Tipped back down into the corner. Bala's playing some defense on that, able to get it to Gatto, but it's picked off by Bonfield. Bonfield's shot goes wide off the toe of Shell. Back out of the zone, Bonfield picking it back up. Weaver Vitale going to dump that one down in weakly as it goes behind the stick of Cal Shell, not able to collect that one. Flack trying to back it off the boards, but it's kept back down in by Lanny as he gets a change. Arcan now bringing it up. He's just going to bang it off the boards. Let Bull go to work with it. Bull jumps through a couple of defenders, but he's going to be tripped up by Butler. As coming down now, Butler has the puck. Butler in the high slot. Butler gets a shot off, patted away by Shell. Butler with it again, trying to get something going as it's pinned against the half boards. Lakers and Plattsburgh battling with all their might. Goes up to Shane Bull in the slot, chips that one down. He goes for a change. Joining him is Gatto. Coming down the other way now, Hogg. Hogg with a little bit of speed, takes it out wide. Looking for a goal line shot. Shell's able to shut that one down.
And I'll tell you, Kyle, the Hog can move. He is flying down the ice for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Ironic, a Cardinal is flying, but he is moving down there, Kyle. He is winning most of those races on the back and forecheck.
Cardinals fly, and well, if you're a motorcycle guy, a Hog can ride. So
that's right.
Going right around the boards now, trying to get it up to A.J. Ryan, but it's picked off by Breyer. Breyer down in the corner now. He's got a Laker on top of him. Nobody able to get it, but Tedderwitz able to get it out to Belgrave. Belgrave, and a huge hit in the corner. As they're going to take, it looks like, an Oswego player to the box, Cam Simons.
And it looks like we're going to have the second penalty here of the night for the Lakers. Still waiting for what call we're looking for here, Kyle. But again, it is going to be a hooking call on the Lakers. And now the Plattsburgh State Cardinals have another opportunity to convert on the power play. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but we saw they have a 25.3% conversion on the power play. Take a look at the replay here of the penalty. Comes in, and you're not really seeing a little bit too much there, Kyle. But again, the ref's got a better view than we do.
As the draw is tossed up, but Weaver Vitale's able to get it. But Bull pressures him at the point and able to push it down into the neutral zone further and further. Gatto and Bull. Weaver Vitale holds Bull down. No call on that one. Bull is not happy. Sleet's going to join the ice instead. Bringing it up now is Hogg. Hogg gets the red line, chips that one up, looking for Bonfield. Bonfield, and he gets flipped in the corner. This isn't WWE, but he just got flipped upside down.
When I say that one time, Kyle, this ain't WWE. is WTOP.
With the pun there, Breyer down in the corner now. Working it up to Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale able to stick that one in. Warmoth gets it in. He's trying to go for a pass, but it's tipped by Hogg. Back down into Oswego zone. Jarusic's going to pick this one up as he takes a hard hit in the corner. He goes down, and Flack almost gets intercepted, but he's able to work it all the way down the ice. Somehow Breyer was on him, but able to work it all the way down. And now holding down in the corner, Bulger holding, looks like Connor Sleeth, and Bulger's going to join Simons in the box. We got 4-on-4 hockey for the next 57 seconds.
We have some 4-on-4. This whiteout can't get any better, Kyle, and we just see it here. Heading into the box. You can't hold him, you can't do it, and that's going to get called every time, Kyle. One of the clearest calls in hockey.
Yeah, puck nowhere near him as we take a look at the penalty or the hit right there. Flips it, Gatto flips him right over. Solid hip check. That's what they teach in youth hockey, Kenny. You can't get more textbook than that.
Absolutely not. Looking like John Cena out there with an attitude adjustment. Put him up on the board and bring him back down.
As we get to 4-on-4 hockey for the next 57 seconds, the Lakers will have a 1:03 power play after that. Warmoth with it at the point. Warmoth with a shot, blocked away by Schiller. Calabufo comes down to keep this one in the zone. He tries to get it up to Warmoth, and Warmoth able to get the puck away from Stockdale. That was a dangerous play there. Stockdale almost had a lot of free ice in front of him. Back down the corner now, Rocco gets shoved in the boards pretty hard by Ring, but he's able to pin it against the boards for the meantime. Laney's going to rip it around the other way, picked up by Stockdale. Stockdale gets it out of the blue line, looks for Ring, but Ring gets pressured by Gatto and loses it. But he's able to pick it back up. Ring gets the red line, skates it down into the blue line himself, stops, chips it down and tries to get it to Stockdale, but it's flipped right back to Oswego. Gatto with it on the far side, a lot of ice, and now coming the other way, Tyler Flack, and Flack shoots and he scores! Make it 16 games for the man himself, Tyler Flack, top shelf!
16 games for Tyler Flack. He extends the streak with a beautiful play. You get the replay here. One-on-one breakaway. Top shelf knocks the water bottle right off the goal. And the Oswego State Lakers have now taken a 2-1 lead here in the first period of whiteout. Kyle, what else could you ask for a whiteout game? 3 goals in the very first period.
This is what dreams are made of, Kenny, as we're going to throw it back to ringside reporter Mike Neckers right there for that sick goal.
And Tyler Flack with a goal to put the Lakers ahead by 1. A beautiful goal from the right side of the ice, right past Schiller. Nothing he could do about that one. That puts it 2-1 for the Lakers with 6 minutes left in the first period. Still plenty of game left, and things are getting more and more physical as we see the Lakers score on a power play there. Plenty of game left. We'll send it back up to the guys in the booth.
Thanks, Mike. As the Lakers still have 48 seconds on this power play, Gatto gets it into the blue line on sides. Goes to Andriaki on the far side wing. Works it around behind the net, brings it up to Francis at the point. Francis going to wrap it back behind the boards. Flack pressured by Hogg, but it's going to get picked up by Bull in the corner. Bull drops it off for Flack. Flack up the half boards to Grimshaw. Grimshaw at the point to Andriaki. Back to Francis. Francis to Andriaki. Couldn't keep that one in the inside Plattsburgh zone, so back to the neutral zone we go. Grimshaw brings it in and almost flown back out by Hogg, but it goes off the skate of Andriaki and right back down into Plattsburgh zone. Trying to look for the cherry pick play, trying to hit a player high in the zone was Plattsburgh. Couldn't get it to Tredowitz though. Semrad bringing it up now. Semrad with the first goal of the game for the Lakers as Grimshaw gets the line. Drops this one back off to Ryan. Ryan back over to Semrad. Semrad with a low shot. Still loose in front of the net. Nobody's able to pick it up. Simons battling it into the corner with Jarusic. Back down in behind the net. Weaver Vitale taking it up the far side now. He's going to get the red line and dump that one in. Down in the corner, D'Addario battling with a few Lakers. And D'Addario is able to get this one. Backhands it from behind the net, but it goes off the back of the cage and play continues back behind the net. A lot of players tied up with one another, not able to get free with all the puck battles that have been going on behind the red line. Back up to Sleeth now. Sleeth goes down the half boards. He's got heavy pressure from a few Cardinals. He's got 3 on him, and bringing it the other way now is Thomas. Thomas going to circle back down into Plattsburgh zone, let them get a line change and try to get new troops on the ice. Poking this one hand is Callahan. back to the point in Belina, but Belina's going to send that one back down into the corner as Bala is trying to battle with some Cardinals. Pinned against the boards. 2 Lakers as it's going to come out to McQuaid. McQuaid gets it across to Sleeth. Sleeth gets the blue line, dumps this one down in. Schiller's going to kick it away into the corner. Picked back up by Sleeth. Bringing it back down. A shot from Sleeth. That one's going to go off the pad of Schiller. Thomas trying to work this one back up the boards. Gets it to Callahan. Across the ice now. Getting it to D'Amico. D'Amico gets it to Thomas. Thomas wraps that one around, but Shell comes out of the net and plays it. Tricks out Stockdale a little bit, and the Lakers coming the other way. Smart trying to get the red line and dump this one in. Loses it. Picked up by Tredowitz. Tredowitz trying to work it up to Stockdale. Goes down and picked up by Arcan. Arcan launches it across the ice to Noah Bull. Noah Bull bringing it down in with a little bit of speed, and he gets tripped up. And no arm from the refs. Back behind the net, Smart trying to wrap this one around as he takes a huge hit from Weaver Vitale. Back to the point, Gatto picks this one up. Gatto back down to the corner to Bull. To the point of Wormuth. Wormuth with a shot, that one goes off the helmet of Tredowitz. Breyer and Wormuth battling with it at the blue line, poking it up a little bit. Smart trying to get it, but it's going to be picked up by Hogg and thrown to the other side. But Gatto's going to get this one and dump it down in as he gets the red line. Trips on the red line, but able to get it in nonetheless. Landy gets it to Weaver Vitale behind the net. Near side corner, works this one up to Breyer. Breyer with the tip in, but it goes straight to Tristan Francis. Semrad off the half board, gets it up to Bull, and Bull takes a huge hit from Ryan Hogg. Helmet looking at the stars, Kenny. And then he drops another one. Bull drops down on Bonfield. When you play a rivalry game like this, you know things are going to get super physical, as Flack with an athletic ability to keep that one on sides. Trying to work it up to Addison, but Addison's going to elect to drop back instead as getting lit up at center ice. This is possibly the most physical game we have seen all year long. Catron get blown up at center ice, and going the other way now is the Lakers. Flack got it up to Ryan, but Ryan wasn't able to stay on sides with that one, so it's dumped down in. Played out by Schiller. Worked up to Jerusik. Jerusik's able to get it into the zone, dumps it back behind the net. Wormuth picks that up off the boards to Simons. Simons off the boards to himself as he takes down Stockdale. A little bit of ice and space now for the Lakers. Ryan gonna dump this one into the far side for Simons. Dropping back to pick that one up is Belina. Simons throws a hit on Belina, but he's able to keep the puck into the near side corner. High off the glass, that one's gonna be batted down by McQuaid. Wormuth keeps this one in and he throws a shot on net. Pretty easy save for Schiller, but the best possible play he could make in that situation.
Absolutely, just a nice quick glove save there for Schiller to avoid any more damage with 1 minute and 8 seconds left here in the first period. And Kyle, you want to say you almost expect it in a rivalry game for how much physicality we're seeing, but there's one thing I am noting. Very clean game. We're not seeing a lot of penalties so far, and all the penalties we're seeing more like trips and hooks. We're not seeing a lot of very big physical penalties called.
Clean hits is all you can ask for if you're a ref. Let them play as long as it is within the rules of the game. Face off one back to Jack Ring. Jack Ring gonna put that one up. Goes high off the stick of Callahan, but it was touched by a Laker, so the high stick is delayed. Back to Ring, back door. Ring goes 5-hole, but it goes wide of the post. Picking this one up on the other side now is Callahan. Callahan gets picked off by Rocco. Back down the other way. Wormuth able to stick that one down out of the air as he dumps it down the other way. Ring picks it up at the blue line. Ring over to Butler. Butler trying to work it up the boards. Able to get a stick on that one was Butler. 2 Butlers on this team to notice for Plattsburgh. Both number 16 Ryan Butler and number 23 Brandon Butler. Back behind the net now McQuaid trying to find somebody in front, but Flack able to keep that one in before it's picked back up on the other side by Tredowitz. Tredowitz gets the red line, and he's going to dump this one in wide of the net, allow Breyer to go down to the corner and battle for it. Bala and Breyer battling for it with each other as Tredowitz is joining in, and so is Flack. Tredowitz able to get it, but that one goes off the skate of Bala. Tredowitz picks it back up now in the corner, trying to find something to do with it, but the final buzzer of period number 1 goes off. The Lakers lead the Plattsburgh State Cardinals by a score of 2-1. Shots, 12 Oswego, 4 for Plattsburgh. Kenny, just focusing in on that shot differential, That is not what we expected going into this game. Plattsburgh averaging 39.9 shots per game, Lakers 39. I didn't expect them to run with it like this in period number 1.
No, absolutely not. I was definitely not expecting the large shot on goal difference, expecting more of an even game. But so far, Lakers pulling off with the shot total, that usually equates to having the lead overall in goals. More shots on goal usually means more goals in the back of the net. And you really saw the Lakers attacking the top shelf of Schiller. Schiller not really able to get up and get to those pucks. But look at the other side, Shell getting attacked while they try to cross him up. Shell has been known to not really get around the blue too well. So when they shoot, they're going his opposite side. And so far, that has worked for the teams that have been able to top the Lakers.
As 20 minutes are down, and what a start to Whiteout 2024. But we're going to throw it down to the Oswego Laker, who scored the first goal for the Lakers, Drake Samrad with Kaylee Richmond.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Drake Samrad, who scored the first goal for the Lakers in this first period. Now, Drake, what did it feel like to score that first goal for the Lakers tonight?
I can't really put it into words, to be honest. I don't score too much, so to score in this game was definitely something special.
Absolutely. Now, the energy in the crowd tonight is off the charts. How does that affect your playing tonight?
I try not to let it get in my head, but it's hard to not let it do that. But I just try to play the same every night, and so far it's working.
For sure. Now, what's your mindset going into this next period?
Just keep playing the way we are, keep it simple, just keep working hard, and I think it'll go our way.
Thank you, Drake. Best of luck in the next period. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kaylee. And like Drake said, what an electric environment this is. That the crowd's even getting into the Little Mites game right now. You got to think, if you're a kid, you're playing in this right now, Kenny, how amazing is that? You hear an entire fan base wearing white screaming at you, even though you're only 10 years old.
I would be absolutely astonished at the environment that I'm in. I'd be happy. Heck, I'd be playing my heart out on that ice. The Little Lakers, always a great environment to see the Laker faithful really getting into it. And we have not one but two here, Kyle.
As 20 minutes of hockey are done, but we're not going anywhere yet. No, we're throwing it right over to the perch for the intermission report with Mike Shetler. Mike, take it away.
Welcome to the intermission report, and man, what an electric first period of hockey as the Little Lakers play on behind us. What do we think about? 2-1 Lakers. Great start.
Great start, and I am really excited for the rest of this game, but right now it's looking really good. They both are coming out really strong. This is the hockey we've been waiting for all season.
Yeah, Plattsburgh take the early lead. Lakers strike back. Great job by the Lakers to come back in this one.
Defense. Really fast game to start. Really physical. They're making some calls are not making. Really quick so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got, we'll get into the goals on the other side of the break, but this is exactly what the Oswego Lakers had to do. Obviously, going down 1-0, they did not hang their heads. They got right back in the game. And you look now, it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. It's going to be a good couple of periods now left. Obviously, Oswego now with the lead into the break, huge for morale for them.
Absolutely, and don't miss us too much because we'll be back. The intermission report continues on the other side of the break here on WTOP 10.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating. I think you're wrong, is what I think. You think I'm wrong a lot of times. I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to the first period intermission report, and we are still buzzing up on the perch. What an electric first period of hockey, and we have a lot to break down, so we're going to get right into it, and we're going to go ahead and look at the period comparison, or the period summary, excuse me. Let's take a look.
Yeah, early in this one, 5 shots from Plattsburgh. They averaged 4 goals a game on the season, guys. Oswego, 12 shots getting up, but really defensive battle here so far in the power play, too, for Plattsburgh. Got that one on the power play, but so far, really a physical game, defensive game, and Plattsburgh usually a team that first period, they get out to a big start. Oswego minimize that after that first goal, guys.
Yeah, the big thing that stands out here is the power plays, of course. Plattsburgh with the goal, the power play goal. Oswego, couple dumb penalties. I know they're excited, but a little bit over physical in this game. You cannot be giving up those dumb penalties, so the Lakers kind of got away with one on the second.
Absolutely, and Plattsburgh went up 1-0, and I'm like, man, is this going to happen? But no, absolutely not. And we're going to take a look right now at Oswego's goals, because they were pretty crisp, if you ask me. Let's take a look.
Yeah, early in this one, Oswego down 1-0. Big goal there from Jake Semrad. Only had 1 goal this season, guys. The last one way back in November 8th against Morrisville. Jake Semrad and then Tyler Flack. Mike Neckers told you guys there in the pregame that he's on a tear this season. 16 games in a row with a point. He's huge. Number 2 guy in this Lakers team. Number 2 guy in SUNY. Huge start to this game, guys. Up 2-1. The Lakers find themselves.
And Jolie, how important is that? The big momentum shift from the 2 stages of the first period.
Yeah, huge momentum shift, like you said, but overall, keeping your mind in the game, focusing on not so much about the goals, but where you're putting those shots. Those precise shots are very important, and if any team wants to succeed, they need to be putting those shots on net, making sure that it's going through and getting to the back of the net, getting past that goalie, getting in the mind of the goalie, making sure that they don't think that, hey, they can't stop us. So you got to keep going with that.
Absolutely, and Zach, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows in the beginning. Let's take a look at the first Plattsburgh goal.
Yeah, definitely. Luke Jarusek, gets around a couple of defenders. What a play, gets a great pass. Beat Shell, glove side. I don't think Shell was ready for it. It came in blazing, had some speed on it. Shell got kind of caught off guard there. Obviously, he settled into this game, but a quick start for Plattsburgh there.
Absolutely, and I gotta say, I think all of our predictions are still on the board, right? I don't think anybody's
Yeah, for sure.
It's still there.
So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But Jolie, I know you've been checking the stats religiously, and I know you got some updates for us around the SUNY.
I sure do. Not the biggest updates, but it's 2-3. So Cortland took Potsdam down. Kind of the same score that we saw when we were coming into the pregame show, but Potsdam tried to hold it. They just couldn't get enough on there. So the shots were 34-31, and Portland just took over, sealed the deal. And for the other games, though, first intermission ended 0-0. So Geneseo and Buff State really on the same level, except shots. 25 shots by the Knights. Buff State Tigers, 9. That's a real big difference in their margin. So if Buff State needs to pick it up, they got to do it right now. Second period's always the best time. And Rockport against Fredonia. Fredonia's up 1. That's really good. Coming out strong. Even though Brockport has more shots, it's about what's on net, like I said, putting those precise ones. And also working the power play. They're not doing too good right now, 0-2 for both of them, so they should work that power play throughout the game.
Absolutely, and Zach, I gotta ask, things are great now. 2 more periods of hockey, a lot of game left. So what has both teams done well and bad making the adjustments heading into the second period?
Yeah, I mean, for Oswego, it was a slow start. You got to come out quicker there. Obviously caught on a break. They gave up a couple penalties. Jarusek with that goal there. For Oswego, on the other hand, great placement of shots. They beat Eli Schiller 5-hole on the second one. Top shelf, I mean, from Drake Semrad, Great stuff by the Lakers on offense.
And talk about Flack, 16 games in a row with a goal. Holy mackerel, that is unbelievable there, Ryan.
Unbelievable, and I mean, this is the guy, the number 2 guy in the Lakers team. You know in these big games, Coach Gosick, the entire year, guys, every game's a playoff game. Every game is huge, and you want to have your top stars be big in this game as well. And then, I mean, Drake Semrad, we talked about it, hadn't scored much, but those are the kind of guys you're going to need. Maybe he doesn't score too often, but make the big plays when it matters. And Tyler Flack, Drake Semrad, get Oswego 2-1 lead and trying to get a big win on the big whiteout game.
Absolutely, and you got to coin him. Big game Flack. When you need him most, he's there. I mean, undoubtedly.
I got to say, if Flack is on the ice, everybody puts their trust in him. It's very obvious. They pass him the puck every time they can, every opportunity, and teams do pick up on that, so that's why they do double team, triple team him, but he still gets around them, and that's just incredible. That's really ice awareness and knowledge of your game. That hockey IQ is up there for him.
Absolutely, and Zach, I think there's going to be 2 completely different conversations going on in the locker room from head coach Moffitt and head coach Gosick. Talk me through what you think they're saying in the locker room right now heading into the second.
I think the Lakers, don't take penalties. You cannot let Plattsburgh now back into this game. For Plattsburgh, don't get caught on a break. A couple plays where they were just out of position, and some great shots, like I said, great placement by Oswego, but Plattsburgh can do a better job when it comes to defense.
You know, I think for both sides, Oswego, you want to keep the physicality going. You're out shooting them right now. Plattsburgh's probably the better offensive team with the number-wise if we're looking at it that way, so you want to keep them off their offensive game. And for the other side, how are you going to get it going? How are you going to find that cohesion? That first period, except for that first goal there from Plattsburgh, really wasn't getting it going in the offensive zone. So how are you going to figure it out, get everyone involved, and find your top guys to get it going here? And still a really close game here. And you mentioned, Shet, predictions still there, and high-scoring first period of hockey there.
So let's get a theoretical question going on. If the game ended after the second, I want you all to drop your score predictions. We'll do a new one. Dak, what do you think?
I'm going to go 4-2. I think 4-2 Oswego. I see a couple more goals in this game. I think Oswego defensively, after that goal went in, they've really picked it up.
What do you think, Jolie?
The first 5 minutes of this game, there was 1 shot on net. So I don't know if it's really going to be a high-scoring game like I thought, 5-3. I'm going to dial back 2-3, but Oswego's still taking it.
I'm going to keep it the high scoring here, guys. I'm going to go 4-3 Plattsburgh. I'll give Oswego that extra goal, but I think so far the first period showed that they can get some scoring going, and Plattsburgh, they're going to have to figure it out a little bit, but I think the way the game's going, it's going to be a game of just swings back and forth. So I think 4-3 Plattsburgh. Going to keep that Plattsburgh winner there on my side.
I'm gonna take a different approach. I think we're gonna get some little trenched warfare in the second. Okay. I think it stays 2-1 at the end of the second, but time will tell as we're gonna wrap up the first period intermission. Lots of action to come, so stay tuned on the other side of the break here on WTOP 10.
La 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 la. Breathe. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
Welcome back into period number 2 of the Oswego State Lakers versus the number 4 ranked Plattsburgh Cardinals here on the 2024 Whiteout game. I'm Kyle Spizak alongside Kenny Gerard. And Kenny, one of the huge factors in that game, that first period that was missing, Bennett Stockdale, 0 shots.
A very, very surprising start for the starting right winger, Bennett Stockdale. 0 shots, 0 assists, 0 goals. The assistant captain for the Plattsburgh Cardinal, leading the teams in 16 goals, 16 assists, 32 points. Kyle, that's like Shane Bull coming out there and dropping a 0.
And you'd never expect that out of your star player coming out. I mean, like we can see right here on the full screen, no shots, no assists, no goals. That's unheard of. When you have your number 1 player out there, you expect them to produce. But it wasn't the case.
And, you know, maybe it's credit to the Lakers defense. Maybe Francis and Warmuth are shutting him down. Maybe he hasn't found his rhythm yet. Maybe the crowd's getting to him. You don't know. But there is one thing, Kyle. There is plenty of hockey left for Stockdale to come up and let the Cardinals fly, while the Lakers are looking to steer the ship out of the way of that flying Cardinal and keep him with a 0.
And starting lineups for both teams for period number 2. Flack on left wing for the Lakers, centering Shane Bull. Right wing, Connor Gatto. Defense, we have right defense, Quinn Warmuth, and on the left, Tristan Francis. On the other side for the Cardinals on left wing, Diderdrio, Jerusik, Stockdale are the 3 on offense, and on defense, Hogg and Weaver Vitale is right behind to start things off. A huge hit from Bull, and Schiller's net goes up on a little bit of an angle. It's not touching the ice right now, Kenny.
No, it's not really touching the ice there, Kyle. A little bit of an angle there, and we're off to a very hot start. The Oswego State Lakers are really, really making a push right now. They're trying to get hot on offense. Take a look at the replay there. Just, a little bit of an angle, I guess.
The net's supposed to be flat on the ground, so the refs have to fix that, of course, before we get back into play. And the Lakers trying to go for a change, but the refs say, nope, I had my hand down. The time to change was over. So they got to run with the same they started with. Flack now. Flack going to take that one, dump it back down into the corner, try to get the cycle started. Gatto trying to work it up to Bull. Bull able to chip it up to Warmuth at the point. Warmuth with a low shot. Goes off the stick of Diderdrio. Bull working it around the top of the circle, drops it back off to Warmuth, who's just going to dump it down. Diderdrio trying to get a hit off on him. Flack able to push that one back behind the net. Picked up now by Stockdale. Stockdale coming down the near side wing. Gets the red line, dumps it into the far side corner. Battling with that now is Jerusik and Warmuth. Scottsdale comes around with a shot, and just like we mentioned in the beginning of this period, Stockdale, no shots to start this first period. Second period, right out the gate, not even a minute in, he gets a wraparound opportunity, and Shell just shuts that one down, but what a chance that was.
A great chance there for Stockdale. Maybe it's commentator's curse, Kyle. Maybe we said it, and maybe it happens.
As a face-off, one back by Sleeth to Semred. Semred wraps that one around, looking for Rocco. Not able to get his stick on it, but McQuaid beats the race to the puck. McQuaid gets pinned against the boards by a couple of Cardinals before going the other way. Breyer trying to work it up to Tredowitz. Tredowitz throws the shoulder in the corner to create some space, but not very effective as the Lakers pick it up. McQuaid chips it up to Semred. Semred back behind the net to Addison. They'll regroup. Working it up to Rocco. Rocco chips it, but it goes into the bench of the Cardinals. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
And we're seeing a similar start to we saw the last period, Kyle. A lot of dump and runs, a lot of chip. We're seeing a lot of time spent in the neutral zones. We're going to get the neutral zone face-off. We're not seeing a lot of offensive possession. We're seeing really good back check. We're seeing the defenses perform well. They're shutting down the passing lanes. They're intercepting passes. But when they intercept the passes, they're not really converting on offense.
As we take another look around the SUNYAC and some of the games going on tonight, Brockport and Fredonia tied at 1 apiece currently out in Fredonia. As we get set for face-off, Smart lining up against Lanny. Lanny wins that one back, picked up by Ring. Ring gets it over to his partner in Butler. Butler trying to work that one up to Catron, but it's picked up by Andriaki. Andriaki from center ice shoots that one on Schiller. Pretty easy save for Schiller, but the Lakers now have the position to try to get a face-off shot right away and try to surprise Schiller.
You always want a face-off in the opponent's zone. It always sometimes tends to work out for teams right there. A good wide shot, maybe just to set up the Lakers to get that good face-off opportunity, or maybe just to make sure if Schiller is paying attention.
As it's one back by Plattsburgh, but Bala comes over to pinch down and keeps this one in. Back down into the other corner. Belina takes a hit from Bull. Bull ends up going on the ice, so Bonfield's able to pick it on the other side. Catron bringing it up now. Catron gets it to center ice, and he dumps this one down in. Gatto's going to chip it back up as he goes in the corner up to Flack. Flack trying to chip it back up, but it's lost in front of the net, and a delayed penalty is called. It appears that it's going to be on Plattsburgh. They're going to take Catron, it looks like. So number 12 in black will find himself in the box. As you can see, he is not happy in the slightest bit, arguing with the refs. He has no idea what he did. But Catron's finding himself right down in the box. We'll await what the penalty call is.
And it looks like we're going to get a roughing call here, Kyle. And they're going to send number 12 into the box for the Cardinals. And the Oswego State Lakers now getting the opportunity on the power play, as well as you also now see my key to the game earlier for Plattsburgh is to shut down the penalty. Let's see what they do.
Kalabuba with a shot, and it's tipped up by the stick of Hogg and into the netting. The Lakers on the power play haven't been great this season, only converting 19% of the time. But Kenny, I mean, this game, they've looked like the team that we saw against Hobart, the team that we saw against Utica. We haven't seen this intensity from the Lakers in months.
No, this isn't their first time seeing a ranked opponent. As you see on your screen now, Plattsburgh ranked number 4 in the poll. The Lakers also come in and beat Hobart, Utica, and Plattsburgh, all ranked opponents. 2 here in the Deb and 1 at home in Plattsburgh.
Not to mention Hobart and Plattsburgh at the time of their defeat, number 1 ranked in the nation, Utica number 4. As a chip back up to the point in Grimshaw. Grimshaw gets it down to Calabufo. Calabufo looking back door to Wormuth. Wormuth trying to get it in front, and it's tipped off the stick of Sleethan off the post. Tredowitz is going to throw that one down, but it's picked up by Grimshaw in the neutral zone. Grimshaw across the ice to Wormuth. Wormuth going to go behind the net, start the rush himself. Chips it back down to Grimshaw, but a stick from Jerusik keeps it down in the zone, and a hit from Sleeth knocks it off the stick of Jerusik as Wormuth drops back down behind the net to get things going. Jerusik on heavy pressure on Wormuth as he goes back to Sleeth behind the net. And a whistle blown, not sure for what. Maybe a too many men on the ice penalty.
It looks like I saw the number 6 go up on his hand. I think we are going to see a too many men on the ice call, which the Lakers just had recently a couple weeks ago. And it's a mistake that the Lakers can't make. You are in your whiteout game in a very important matchup against a very good team. And the last thing you can do is put up too many men on the ice. A very simple call, and Kyle, a very avoidable call.
As Jackson Arcan will sit in the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. Too many men, the call for the Lakers. They had the power play. They drained a minute of the power play. No shots off on it. And now it's 4-on-4 for about a minute and 1. And then Plattsburgh on the power play. And a shoulder thrown from Rocco immediately. That was thrown into the shoulder of Butler. Francis now working it out of Oswego's zone, gets the blue line, over the red line, taking it in himself. Loses it. Jerusik picks it up on the poke check. As coming the other way now is Belina. Belina trying to get it over to Butler before it goes the other way. Bull now. Bull has a one-on-one with Bulger. Looking backdoor from McQuaid. He tries to wrap it around, but Bulger is able to push him far enough away where no damage was done. Back around the other side now. Bull in front for Rocco. Rocco with a shot. That one's blocked away by Butler. Back to the point in Bull. Bull gets this one over to Francis. Francis wraps it around the boards. Back the other way. McQuaid's going to come down and play this one. Works it back up to Bull. Bull's going to chip it high off the glass down in the corner. Rocco couldn't connect on that one. So Butler and Francis battling in the corner. Butler and Francis still going at it. Butler pinning Francis against the board. He couldn't play the puck, so it pokes out in front and a diving attempt from Butler to keep it out, but Sleeth is able to drop down and keep it up. In the high slot, Rocco gets it to Calabufo, a shot that goes wide off the ref. Bolger with it now, he's gonna drop it back behind the net for Belina, but what a chance that was, Kenny.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, you just don't, it was a good opportunity there on the 4-on-4 and now trying to kill off the penalty. A good play by the Lakers, and so far now they gotta get this penalty kill set down pat.
As Hogg gets sandwiched between two Lakers, he loses the puck going the other way before it's tipped back in. Calabufo is able to push it up to Sleeth. Gets the red line, Fleck in the high slot. Fleck goes down to a knee, a shot from Calabufo goes wide. Back down to Oswego's zone, but 13 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Lakers. They're trying to drain this out as much as they can. Warma tries chipping it out, but it goes into Bonfield's chest. 6 seconds left on the kill. Trying to pin it against the boards as long as they can, and Sleeth is going to take it the other way. Sleeth chips it in, goes off the stick of Fleck, and Schiller's not going to take any chances and frees that one up. As Breyer didn't like how close Fleck stopped to Schiller on that one, wraps him up, but nothing's going to come out of that. Just a little bit of a, hey, don't come this close to my goalie.
Yeah, just got to keep him away a little bit there. But that was a great penalty kill there by the Lakers. And Kyle, you really wouldn't know they were on the penalty kill when most of the time that was in the Plattsburgh zone. The puck was spending a lot of time over by Schiller and not by Schell, like the way you would have expected.
Very uncharacteristic for this Cardinals team, as we mentioned. Their power play quite effective, 25.3% on the year, 22 for 87. Moving it up the ice now, Thomas works it over to Stockdale, and Stockdale's going to chip this one in, and it goes right into the trapper of Schell. Face off of the near side circle.
You know, we were talking earlier, Kyle, about how the Lakers are familiar with some ranked opponents. But don't get it twisted. These Plattsburgh Cardinals are also very familiar with ranked opponents, beating number 11 Norwich at the time, and then Geneseo when they were number 8 in the IRA beat them, and then at home when they were number 6, both by a score of 6-2.
Plattsburgh got the best of the Ice Knights 2 games out of this season series. The Lakers, on the other hand, they fell to Geneseo both times. So these teams, a bit of a mismatch when it comes to their win total. As Simons in front, Simons tries to chip this one in. Goes wide off the stick of Schiller. And Ryan throws a high shot at another player, and Ryan gets dropped by Butler. Butler holding Ryan down as he's getting intimidating in front of him. Going the other way now, Thomas. Thomas trying to work it towards the inside, looking backdoor for D'Addario, couldn't connect on that one. Flipped high into the neutral zone, picking this one up will be Butler. Down in the corner, Grimshaw battling with a guy double his size, but he does not care. Grimshaw trying to get a shot up in front, Flack couldn't get the rebound. Up to Semrad. Semrad works it down, Flack works it down even further. Back behind the net now, picked up by D'Amico. Gatto gets a stick on that one, and it kind of just chips up into Schiller as he kind of trips a little bit, but we're going to throw it over to our rinkside reporter, Mike Neckers. Mike, what do you got for us?
Thanks, guys. It's been an absolutely electric game so far, and the Lakers are very dominant right now. 17 shots to Plattsburgh's just 6. You can see time and time again they're getting so close, but just barely missing the net. It's been a great game so far, plenty of game left, and we're up back to the booth.
Thanks, Mike. As faceoffs won by Plattsburgh on the draw. Working it back behind the net now to Bolger. Bolger trying to work it up the boards, but Semrad gets it with a shot. Sails that one way right. Addison picks it up in the neutral zone, however. Bull loses it, and it's back down into Lakers zone. On the attack is Bonfield. Bonfield couldn't get to Schell in time. Schell able to get that one at least into the corner before Catron picks it up. Addison skating out with it now. Looking up the boards to Bull. Bull couldn't really do much with that one, so just chip it down into the corner. McQuaid able to get that one, throw it back down in the corners. Flack's going to come to the bench for a change. Sleeth, McQuaid on the ice, and joining them is Rocco. Belina's going to work this one up the boards to Bolger. Bolger gets the red line, and he dumps that one in. Arcan picks it up after Schell stopped it behind the cage. Puck loose in front of the net. Ball is able to poke that one out a little bit. Hogg tries to keep this one in, but battled by Rocco. 3-on-1 for the Lakers. Dropped over to Sleeth. Sleeth with a shot. That one goes wide. And in front again, Sleeth with another shot opportunity. That one goes wide to the net. Sleeth works back behind the net. Works it up to the point in Arcan. Arcan with a shot. That one's tipped, goes wide of the net. Going the other way now is Callahan. And that one skied way high, almost out of the field of play over the net, but it'll stay in play. So face-off will go down to the neutral zone as it was not deflected. It went straight off the stick of an Oswego player.
Yep, and that'll be a neutral zone face-off. So look at the replay here. Coming around and just a little bit too up north there. And we are seeing now a huge difference on shots on goal here, Kyle. The Oswego State Lakers, 17 shots on goal. Plattsburgh, only 7.
Very uncharacteristic of this Plattsburgh team. The Lakers, though, they do put up a lot of shots. But usually Plattsburgh matches that intensity, but not today as Stockdale chases this one all the way down, beats out the icing call. He's pushed into the corner by Wormuth and tied up. He works it up to Jerusik. Jerusik tries working it to Butler, who's able to keep this one in on the pinch. Stockdale back behind the net, chips it for D'Addario. D'Addario back down in the corner for Jerusik. Jerusik tied up by Calabufo as he gets tied by a few players looking for Stockdale in front, but the stick of Smart's able to tip this one out of the zone. Crisis averted for the Lakers. Stockdale gets it, and he's just going to shovel this one in. Shell, I don't think he meant to bat that one down, but he managed to nonetheless. Jerusik pushed down in the corner by Wormuth. Puck slips free, picked up by Francis. Francis works it up to Smart. Smart working it all the way across the ice now to Bull. 3-on-3 for the Lakers. He'll just dump this one down in and go back to the bench for a change. Grimshaw joins the ice in place of Bull. D'Addario now coming down for the Cardinals. D'Addario with a shot, and that one's blocked down by Shell. Pushing and shoving going on in front from Tredowitz. Nothing's going to come out of that, but a huge opportunity for the Cardinals there. Shut down by Shell.
Yeah, we said it all year long. Cal Shell, one tough shell to break, that's for sure. Goes right into his chest pads. We're going to look at the replay here of it. Comes down, a little criss and cross, and looks for a shot. Goes right into the chest of Shell. And he does exactly what he needs to do. He prevents the easy goal for the Cardinals.
And as we continue our look at other games around the SUNYAC, Brockport now leads the Fredonia Blue Devils by a score of 2-1. As Semrad brings this one in the corner, he's heavily pressured by Breyer. Breyer's able to pickpocket him for him, but Semrad's not letting him go without a body on the ground. Toe drag to create some space for Grimshaw, tries working it up to Simons, but Tredowitz keeps this one down in, back behind the net. Breyer trying to work in front for Tredowitz, but he takes a body from Addison. Back up the point, a shot that goes wide from Butler. Going down now is Bellino. Bellino with a shot from the goal line, and that one's going to be shut down by Shell. He'll freeze it, face off at the near side circle. 10:38 left to go in period number 2 of play. The Lakers lead the Plattsburgh State Cardinals by a score of 2-1. Shots 17 the Lakers, 8 for the Cardinals. I'm Kyle Swiezak alongside Kenny Gerard, and you're watching the Oswego State Whiteout on WTOP 10.
A very exciting game here, Kyle. Not only for it being whiteout, but for seeing a great game so far. 2-1 for the Lakers, 10:38 to go, Kyle. I'm excited to see where this goes from here.
As a face-off is drawn in, it's going to be picked up in a quick turnaround shot from Catron, but it was a bit wide of the net anyways. Working it up to Bull. He couldn't get a stick on that one, so Gatto's got to pick it up at center ice. Gatto chips around a defender, gets around Weaver Vitale, but couldn't get around Hogg. Other way now, D'Addario's going to dump this one into the far side corner. Catron trying to get it going. Laney pinned against the corner as Catron's joining him. 3 Lakers, 2 Plattsburgh Cardinals, and the Lakers strength in numbers able to get this one out. Gatto, toe drag around the pressure, trying to work this one towards the center of the ice. Rocco Andriaki with a shot, but that one goes straight into the pads of Weaver Vitale. And a shot from Laney, but that one was too far out, and on the ice, Shell easily able to push that one down in the corner. Up to Rocco. Rocco on the near side board, stumps that one down in the corner. Sleeth jumps around Hogg to get the puck on this one, keep the play going. Rocco with it behind the net. Rocco looking in front from McQuaid, almost had it, but it tipped off the stick of a Cardinal. All the way back down, Shell has to play this one, no icing, it was in the crease. Francis now skating this one out himself. Gets the red line, tries to shovel this one in, but it's immediately caught up by Jack Ring. And Butler avoiding a hit on that one. Callahan picks this up, tries to go through the legs, and he hits his own legs, goes back up to the point. McQuaid trying to get this one out, but Thomas with some heavy back check gets his stick on that and back into Laker zone. Francis gets it over to Addison. Addison up the middle to McQuaid. McQuaid dumps it off to Sleeth, 2-on-2. Sleeth with a shot, and he rings the crossbar and way up into the stands.
And I would say, again, they were tracking the top shelf. They were going up north again, Kyle, trying to get those top shelf shots.
And we have quite the story of a man who traveled wide and far to get to this game. If you want to see about Charlie's journey to get to the whiteout game, visit Instagram's WTOP10 Oswego for all that extra content. As Stockdale gets this one at the blue line, coming back down the other way. Plattsburgh's going to get the blue line. Stockdale chips it down in the far side corner. Jarusic looking for Stockdale backdoor. Couldn't connect on that one. Back up to Belina in the point. Belina works this one over to D'Amico. D'Amico works it back down into the corner as Jarusic's putting in some work with a lot of Lakers on the pressure. D'Amico looking across for Belina, but Calabufo's able to get there first and get it out of the zone. D'Addario picks it up with a little bit of speed, though, off the stick of Bull, and he's back down into the zone. Semrad chips it up off the pressure from D'Addario, gets it across the ice to Calabufo. Calabufo will get the red line and dump it in as the Lakers elect to get a change. Broken stick, it looked like it was Calabufo's, partially the reason for the change of players. Ryan gets this one across center ice, shoots it on net from center ice, but it goes high off the glass, and Weaver Vitale works it in the corner, gets it over to Hogg. Hogg trying to skate this one up, able to get it to Breyer. Breyer gets the red line, chips this one in off the end boards. Arcan's able to win the puck battle there, gets it over to Simons. Simons now coming down with some speeds, tries to jump around Butler, but it gets lost in the skates of Butler. Bala picks it up in the neutral zone, similarly wraps it around the boards. Grimshaw coming down on the forecheck. Butler's going to dump it off the end boards to Hogg. Hogg miscue on that reception, so he has to go high off the glass, and Francis picks it up at center ice. Gets it over to Wormuth off the stick of Gatto, so no icing call. Flack on the forecheck. Flack able to get there and take out a Plattsburgh player with him to create some space, and in front, Bull looks backdoor for Flack, couldn't connect. A stick from Hogg got in the way. Butler with it now behind the net, dumps it back off to Hogg. Hogg looking up to Lanny. Lanny taking it across the blue line himself, trying to work it in front for Catron, couldn't connect on it as this one escapes the blue line. Ring dumps this one around the boards. Shell comes out to play it, doesn't get fully a hold of it, but able to get it to Wormuth. Wormuth loses the puck. A risky situation for the Lakers as Bull works this one towards the neutral zone. Bull jumps around, and it's just Bull and Schiller at this point. Shot goes off the blocker as Schiller, and back out into the neutral zone. Addison drops back.
And a good breakaway opportunity there for Shane Bull, trying to get something going here as we're seeing a lot of dump and run and not a lot of action on offense for either team. Just a lot of neutral zone and defensive zone action.
Sleeth's able to poke this one free, gets a shot from the slot. That one goes wide right of the goal. And the puck was still loose, but the ref lost sight of the puck. So an early whistle blow. Sleeth not very happy with that one, but let's take a look at that opportunity that Shane Bull just had charging down that near side wing, Kenny.
Yeah, you see Shane Bull right here, kind of catches the defender flat-footed, gets around, goes for the shot. Pretty clear breakaway and just goes a little bit too north, which they have been attacking all game, and it has been working, but not quite there. He pings the crossbar.
Weird angle trying to get that shot off of, a kind of a low shooting percentage from that angle, but a shot is better than nothing in that situation. Back down in the corner, Belina tries to work it around the other way. Lost in front of the net, Butler picks it up before it goes in the neutral zone, and Rocco works it over to Addison. Addison rims it around the boards. Not able to stop that one was Schiller. Back down in the corner, picked up by Butler. Belina goes back behind the net, over to Bolger. Bolger across center ice, rims this one around the boards. Semrad goes back to pick up this one. Semrad's going to send this one high off the glass, goes back down to Plattsburgh zone, but not hard enough to become an icing. Hogg trying to work it up the boards to Butler. Butler chips this one down into the zone as they elect to get a line change. Bala with it back behind Oswego's goal line. Andriaki working it up the ice, trying to find Noah Bull, but Calabufo's able to get the rebound off of the end board. Calabufo battling with a Cardinal, and Weaver Vitale takes down Calabufo, and he's laying on top of him. Calabufo can't move as there's a tie-up along the boards. Nobody able to get the puck moving. Weaver Vitale without a stick. Calabufo trying to work into the high slot, but it's sailed down the ice by Stockdale. Andriaki takes a shove in the corner, able to work this one back behind the net to Bala. Bala takes a huge hit from Stockdale, but Smart's able to pick it up on the half board. Bala back behind the net in the corner, works it over to Andriaki. Andriaki works it up to Ryan. Smart chips this one down in off the half board. Ryan on the pressure. Butler trying to work this one up, but Francis intercepts it in the neutral zone. Butler has it back again after a failed entry for the Lakers. Red line high off the glass, back behind the net. Shell plays it. High off the glass for Shell. Simon's just trying to poke this one out of the zone, and he'll be able to do so. Tredowitz in front of him, not able to do much with a man in his way. And this one lightly goes back to Shell. He's able to close that one down. 3:59 left to go in period number 2 of play. No goals scored so far in this frame of the game, but great hockey, intense, a lot of shots from the Lakers and the Cardinals too.
Agreed. We're seeing a lot of a slower period here. We aren't seeing as many shots we've seen last time, but we are seeing a lot of quality shots being taken on both sides. We're seeing great defensive play. If you are a defensive hockey fan, you were liking the second period a lot more than you were liking the first. While some of the fans, this may be a slower period, it is a lot of great hockey and not a lot of bad shots being taken.
As a high shot there gets tipped by the stick of A.J. Ryan and goes over the net. He might have saved a goal on that one. Back to Butler. Butler works it up to Bonfield. Bonfield takes a shoulder from Ryan. He's not able to get the entry on that one. Puck slips back out to Butler, and he'll throw this one on Shell from center ice. Easily shut down. There's some pushing and shoving going in front of the net. Lanny and Wormuth going at each other, and joining in now is Bonfield. Refs are quick to shut this one down. They don't want anything getting out of hand, as this is a very heated game with a very heated history.
Absolutely. This is a very, very long and storied rivalry here, Kyle. These teams have met many, many times, and we said as well, Sports Illustrated actually named this rivalry once as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in college sports, Kyle.
Not just hockey, but all of sports. D3 doesn't get much national attention, but if you could be here right now, you would understand why it should. As Butler goes down to the ground on that one, not able to get the puck anywhere, and a high stick is called on Callanan. So the face-off will go back down the other way now.
We weren't seeing much, stoppages earlier on this period, but now we are starting to see quite a few stoppages as we're coming in towards the end of the second period. 3:21 to go. 2-1 Lakers on top of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Shots now, Oswego State 19 to Plattsburgh's 10, Kyle, slowly closing that gap.
Slowly but surely nonetheless. Addison with it, works it up the boards to Gatto. Gatto tries to get it up to Bull before it's intercepted, and Flack takes it right back from Butler. Shane Bull gets this one at the circle, working around the top of the circle, dumps it off to Semrad. Semrad with a weird shot angle, goes off the mask as Schiller drops in front of him. That could have been danger if there was a Laker in front to get that rebound.
Absolutely. Schiller should be happy there was no one right there, because there was a wide open 5-hole for that puck to go flying through, almost breaking a bigger lead there for the Lakers. But lucky for him, just a Plattsburgh Cardinal in front of him.
As faceoff goes down to the near side circle in Plattsburgh territory. Sleeth goes a bit early on that one, so they'll reset. And face-off one back by the Cardinals. High off the glass immediately, but McQuaid able to pinch and keep this one in. In front of the net, Schiller's just going to freeze this one, not taking any chances in his own zone.
No, good move there by Schiller to freeze the puck, reset, gain your bearings. And we have seen, though, Kyle, both teams really not really finding their footing in this period. Neither team really getting a lot of solid opportunities, as we saw last period. A lot of really close shots early on for both the Lakers and the Cardinals.
A lot of dump and chase hockey as Sleeth goes early again. If he goes early again, they have to kick him out of the circle, and McQuaid or Rocco will have to take the draw for him. One back behind the net for Plattsburgh. Bolger is going to try to wrap that one around, and diving, trying to keep that one in with Sleeth, but it's going the other way now. 3-on-2 for the Cardinals. A shot, and that one's shut down by Shell.
And you would say almost a golden opportunity there for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Caught Oswego sleeping a little bit there, caught him a little flat-footed, wasn't really on the toes of their skates. But lucky for the Lakers, Cal Shell is in net and does what he's been doing best all season long. He gets the save for the Lakers. While Cal Shell having a great night so far, a 90% save percentage, getting 10 saves.
as Shell's going to shut that one down immediately. But like you said, Kenny, on that play, Lakers just caught flat-footed, caught sleeping. Plattsburgh able to get a rush and a great chance there. If they could get the rebound in front of the net, might have been some trouble, but Shell shuts it down immediately, collapses on the puck, doesn't allow that second chance opportunity.
And that's what Gosick said he wanted from his Lakers, was more rebound opportunities, and you can see there for Plattsburgh, them needing some of their own as well.
As this one's just thrown high off the glass from Wormuth, it'll go all the way down for an icing. The Lakers just had to clear the zone on that. Puck was loose right in front of the net. A little bit of a reactionary thing, maybe not thinking so much, just straight instinct. Okay, high off the glass, get this out.
Yeah, and it's a good hockey instinct to have. Get rid of the puck. If you're not ready for it on defense, you got to get rid of the puck. Dump it out, take the icing, and take the face-off, and it may end up in a better result for the Lakers than it would have had they been messy and not ready on defense.
Sleeth still taking the face-off for the Lakers. Jarusik for the Cardinals, won by Jarusik, but it escapes the zone. Defense not able to get there in time. Wormuth with it now off the boards to Rocco. Rocco, heavy pressure from Stockdale, but he's able to push this one down into the zone. But they say he was behind the red line. As the ref yelling at Oswego's bench, something about the line change. They're not going to let them change. They're making the same line go right back out. Said there was a premature change. So back on the ice now is Sleeth, but that goal line was supposed to be out, Kenny.
Yeah, I know, and it's a very surprising call. You don't really see that a lot. The premature line change, again, a rookie mistake from a team who also just made the same mistake of having too many men on the ice on their power play.
The second time that they've had a line change brought back, and like you mentioned, the too many men early. Lakers not the greatest off the bench tonight. Working down in was D'Addario. D'Addario, and a shot! That one goes wide from Hogg. Bull able to pick this one up, and he gets put down to the ice by D'Addario. D'Addario on top of Bull. Arcand gets down in time to keep this up, but D'Addario's just sitting on Bull. Bull can't get up. D'Addario's still holding him down as he pushes Bull after laying on top of him. Bulger gets the red line, dumps this one into the far side corner. Going back trying to pick it up was Tredowitz. Bull off the end boards as Flack gets on the forecheck. Breyer works it up the board to Tredowitz. Tredowitz with a shot, stopped and shot out of the zone by Gatto. Flack on the forecheck, working that one back up is Butler to Ring. Ring tries to get it up, but his entry did not work. That one ends up going into the Lakers bench, and we'll have a face-off at the near side circle. Exactly 1 minute left to play in period number 2.
And you know, Kyle, if you do like old school hockey, there's something for sure tonight. The refs know this is a physical game. They know these teams do not like each other. They know this is a rivalry. And Kyle, so far, they're letting them play. And me personally, I'm kind of enjoying it.
Rather let them play than have a whistle called every 5 seconds without a doubt. Callahan gonna get the puck and dump this one in immediately. Semrad drops back to pick it up. 2-1, the Lakers lead the Cardinals. That one goes off the stick of Weaver Vitale, so no icing will be called as Simon hop on his horse trying to get down there. Over to Bonfield. Bonfield coming the other way, down the near side wing. Tries to toe drag it, but Semrad with the quick poke check. And an opportunity in front of the net, but that one's sticked away by Addison. A great defensive play for the Lakers. Grimshaw trying to beat out this faceoff, but he was too gassed. Weaver Vitale's able to beat him out. 30.1 seconds left to go in the second frame.
And you said it, Kyle. Great defensive play there by Semrad. You saw Semrad and Addison lined up perfectly. One's a little farther ahead, one's sitting back near their goalie, waiting for the opportunity to come. Not even allowing Cal Shell to even see the puck. Great defensive play there by the Lakers, Kyle.
As Grimshaw taking the draw for the Lakers. On the other end, Jarusik. Jarusik wins this one back, but Simon's able to beat out the puck and chip it out of the zone. That one's going to go up to Stockdale, who takes it and dumps it in at center ice. And an easy pop fly for Shell. Face off back in Oswego's zone. Only 10 seconds drained off on that play.
Yeah, another quick play. We've seen in the last 3 minutes here a lot of stoppages. We're seeing a lot of icing calls, a lot of mistakes on both sides. Again, both teams really not finding their footing here. Both Plattsburgh and Oswego still trying to figure it out here. With only 20 seconds left in the period, hey, both teams really just want to regroup in the locker room and get ready for this third and final period.
Sleeth on the draw against Jarusik, and Jarusik wins it again. And a shot from Weaver Vitale blocked by Rocco. Trying to get it up to McQuaid. McQuaid gets sticked away by Hogg. Going back to Wormuth. Wormuth, same thing, back to Hogg. Jarusik, an opening here for D'Addario. D'Addario with a shot, and Shell has to stretch out for that one. as the buzzer will go, but the refs are gonna say, wait, not yet. They blew the whistle with a second left on the clock, so they're gonna bring it back for 1 single second, Kenny.
Well, Kyle, you know, in a lot of sports, 1 second can be a long time. In hockey, not so much. Obviously, for a goal to count, that puck has to cross the red line before the buzzer goes off. I've seen crazier things right here in the Deb, Kyle. Maybe it happens. Plattsburgh looking to get a miracle 1 second shot here.
As you can see, the Lakers stacking on this faceoff, not allowing anything to get anywhere near Shell, not taking a single opportunity. Sleeth will be the only one that is near the middle or right wing, the full-on stack. But Plattsburgh doing the same thing, stacking their own.
If they get the opportunity, they're going to shoot. And Oswego, if they shoot, they're hoping to be the body in the way and doesn't let the puck get even close to Cal Shell.
And somebody to be aware of, Stockdale was waiting out a lot further away from everyone else, hoping that he can get it and snap one off real quick. I don't know if time will permit that, as they're still trying to figure out the exact time on the clock. But the Lakers, if Stockdale, 1 second exactly, the Lakers, Stockdale trailing out, open from everybody else, they can't let the puck get to Stockdale. And another whistle is blown, as now they're talking to Plattsburgh's bench, explaining the whole situation. The Laker faithful, the Laker players, the Plattsburgh players, they're like, come on, man, just drop the puck.
And maybe I jinxed it again, Kyle. I just said how both teams maybe just want to get back to the locker room. Well, maybe not. They really want to be out here right now, both coaches arguing for their team, but a good argument to have, because like I said, it may only be 1 second, but anything can happen in that 1 second. If that puck crosses that red line behind Cal Shell before that buzzer goes off, the game will be tied going into the third.
On the ice for the Lakers, Francis, Rocco, Wormuth, Sleeth, and McQuaid. For the Cardinals, it will be Stockdale, Hogg, Jerusik, and Shredowitz. But an immediate tie-up and shoving going on between Shredowitz and Sleeth. As they're chirping at one another, they're getting closer. The refs are trying to push them out of the way, not allowing anything to go on after. But a great play by the Lakers, just tying up on the face-off right there, letting that second drain out.
Absolutely. You're really not trying to win that face-off. You're trying to prevent the face-off from really ever even happening. Just get in front of the puck, get in front of the Plattsburgh player, and just don't allow anything to happen. That puck moves at all, there's an opportunity for them to score, even with 1 second.
And a bit of a slower period from an offensive perspective, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, Kenny. Shots not raised much. The Cardinals only got about 5 shots off this period. The Lakers only about 4 or 5 as well. It was a very dump and chase game, battle in the corners for possession. But then when they did gain possession, it was pretty quick to turn the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, maybe the Lakers are okay with having a dump and chase period. They are in the lead 2-1. No damage on either side. Plattsburgh now goes into the third period knowing they only got to get 2 more goals to come here and send the Laker faithful back home unhappy, while the Lakers, they just got to hold on to that 1-goal lead.
And we're going to throw things down to our rinkside reporter, Kaylee Richmond now, who's with, my captain, Quinn Wormuth.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with team captain Quinn Wormuth. Now, Quinn, no goals were scored in the second period, but you guys are still up 2-1. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you know, like I've been saying, we're happy with the way that we're playing right now. We're strong defensively. We're getting our chances offensively, couple posts, couple close ones, but we're confident that those are going to fall. But we're also confident in our defensive play that we can keep it a 2-1 game and get the job done.
Absolutely. Now, it's whiteout tonight. The crowd and the energy is electric in the arena tonight. How does that impact your playing tonight?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, can't be thankful enough for the fan base that we have here. It's a packed barn. Obviously, senior night, it's an emotional night for a lot of us, but the crowd has definitely given us the motivation that we need to play our best tonight.
For sure. That's great to hear. Now, what's your mindset going into this last period?
Yeah, I think we stay calm, stay collected here, focus on the way that we want to play. Like I said, we're confident. If we need to keep it a 2-1 game, we'll do that, and we'll ride it out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Quinn. Best of luck. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Kaylee. And like Wormuth said, Kenny, really looking to try to run up the score if they can, but if they have to grind out a 2-1 game, they'll do it by any means possible.
Absolutely. 2-1 is still a win for the Lakers. Well, again, Plattsburgh on the other side, they're not looking to have Oswego run up that score. They're looking to run up that score. The Cardinals trying to fly away with something here in the third period, while Oswego either runs the score up or sits at 2-1, and they'll take the win either way.
And Team Mini is on the ice, which means our time is done for the time being. But don't go anywhere, because right now, right over on the perch, we got Mike Shetler and the gang. Take it away, guys.
Welcome to the second period intermission, and a little night and day difference in the first two periods. I'll tell you, Ryan, if you're a fan of defense, then you must have loved this period.
Physicality and defense, not kind of what we thought this game was going to be, but so far, it's been a really physical game defensively. They haven't made a lot of calls there with the penalties so far, but there's been a lot of chippiness going on, and with more offensive frustration there in that second period, if they don't do anything in the third period, it's going to be a little more chippy, and you got to love it in a whiteout game like this, a big rivalry game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the rest letting these guys play, great for Oswego. I mean, they can play this type of game. Quinn Moore-Moose just said it. They can play the physicality, and I mean, a 2-1 game, Oswego's fine with that.
Yeah, and you know, the second period has felt a little bit like back and forth, especially for fans probably watching like, oh, nothing good is happening right now. But it's not so much about that. It's about these are two equally matched teams going head to head, and it will make for a really good third period.
I completely agree. We're definitely in for a good third, and we're going to elaborate a little more on the second period after this break. Don't go anywhere here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to the second period intermission. I'm Michael Shetler, joined alongside Ryan Joyce, Jolie Santiago, and Zach Malamud. And as I said, actually, I'm going to start with this. I picked it right. I said it was going to be a complete stalemate in the second. I said it's going to be trench warfare. I might have to go buy a lotto ticket after the game. My score, all of our score predictions.
This guy's hyping himself up a
still
little bit,
on the board.
Okay,
I got to pat myself on the back.
We're still there. Our picks were still around.
You still got your picks. You still got your picks.
We got a chance.
Absolutely. But Jolie, we're going to get down to brass tacks here. We're going to check out the second period summary. So let's take a look.
Yeah, this second period was definitely one for the shots. So Plattsburgh Cardinals put up 14 shots on goal, in goal, and Lakers 20. So just 6 ahead, not too crazy, but 1 and 3 on power plays. Now this is pretty huge because Oswego's 0-2. And face-offs, pretty evenly matched, really back-to-back for them. But I gotta say, Plattsburgh is really looking for those one-timers right now, and Oswego's good with the passing. So I think Plattsburgh should really look into how they're passing rather than just going for a shot and trying to get it in the net.
Absolutely, and Zach, you know, I got to say, I think this game should be even maybe a little more lopsided because Oswego's got a lot of chances, a lot of near goals, but just weren't able to capitalize. So what's your thoughts on the period summary and, you know, that inability to capitalize, because this could be a 4-1 game at this point?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there have been chances for both teams. The goalies, shout out to them, they've been strong. I mean, they stood tall in their net. So, I mean, these guys did a good job in the first period picking their spots, keep trying to get around the goalies. Didn't see too much of that in the second.
Absolutely, and you mentioned the goalies, so let's go ahead and take a look at their stats so far, Ryan.
Yeah, so far, I mean, only 13 saves there from Cal Shell. Gave up that first early one, but it's really been due to defense has been helping him out on that side. And on the other side, too, as well, for Plattsburgh, doing a really good job. Schiller kind of got the nod today. We weren't sure who was going to get the nod. It's done a really good job here so far. The 2 goals there in the first period. But that second period, everything was shut down on the defensive side, and no easy goals here in a big whiteout game. And that's kind of what you expect. Whiteout, 2 rivalry teams. Nothing easy in this one, guys.
Yeah, and Jolie, Schiller was getting pummeled with shot after shot after shot, but he is resilient, and he is fighting to keep his team in the game, and he did so this period.
Yeah, for sure. Oswego's really working their offensive zone, their attacking zone, really going for everything they can. If we saw how close everything was on camera, you can really feel like you're here because the way that everything was just inches off of the poles, it was insane. So honestly, Oswego's doing really good in their offense, but in Plattsburgh, they really got to help their goalie. Schiller can't be taking all of that. I would get something in at some point with that rate. So I think that Plattsburgh really got to defend and help their goalie out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Plattsburgh has tried to figure out ways to get past Cal Shell, but he stood strong. I mean, he's done a great job in net. And, I mean, when the opportunity comes to him, can he step up? He's done that tonight so far.
Yeah, I agree. And, Joyce, it wouldn't be whiteout with a little bit of chippiness and a little bit of a whole lot of physicality. So let's take a look at some of the physicality here.
Yeah, chippy. That's what you expect for a big rivalry game, and that kind of Oswego's formula. A lot of the year, I mentioned 3rd in the SUNYAC in penalty minutes, and Plattsburgh up on top at number 1. So these teams definitely like to fight on the defensive end and go after each other. And like I said, the refs have let them play a little bit today, so we'll see what gets called here in the 3rd period. But in these kind of games, when the offense is not going, you get a little upset. You're not getting anything going on the offensive end. You start going after each other, and that's what we're kind of seeing here so far as you see a couple shoves after some of those plays. But it's been big here so far, and this 3rd period, I assume we're going to see most of the same here going forward as well, guys.
Absolutely, and Plattsburgh has a little experience playing in whiteout. They maybe do it like once a year or something like that, but I still think that this atmosphere is overwhelming no matter how many times you're in the Dev on this night, on this particular night. The crowd is wild, and do you think, Mud, that played a significant factor in the game so far?
I do, because every hit that happens, every shot on goal, you hear a noise from the crowd. I mean, it gives you jitters probably inside for these players. Although they've played in this type of atmosphere, when you're finally on the ice, it is difficult to play in this kind of atmosphere.
Absolutely, and although we're in for an interesting 3rd quarter, there's some other matchups around the SUNYAC that are in for an interesting 3rd quarter too. So Jolie, let's take a look.
Yeah, the second intermission for Brockport and Fredonia. 3-1 now. Brockport really coming back. 44 shots now, a little less than Fredonia. And power play, still not looking good. They really got to work on that for both sides. And face-offs won. Fredonia's leading in that category, so really taking it right off and trying to make a shot out of it. That's always really good, taking the goalie off of their normal kind of waiting it out. But if you could really take a shot right off of the face-off, I think you'll trick them up. So that's really good. And I got to say real quick that, and in the second period intermission of Geneseo and Buff State, we got 51 shots. Now that is insane. Crazy numbers. Yeah, a lot of shots there. Looking good. But that power play, though, 0-4. Let's work on that. But face-offs, 27, 23 again. Trying to surprise that goalie would be really good for both teams.
Absolutely, and Joyce, there's a little player by the name of Peter Morgan that plays for Geneseo, so he might be doing a little good in points in the SUNYAC. Talk me through that a little bit.
Yeah, I think if you're a fan of the SUNYAC, you know this guy. He's done really well. 4th in the SUNYAC in points. Him and I think Tyson Gilmore kind of building a nice little duo there in Jenny, and so far Buff State had done really good on the defensive side, but he's such a good player that if you give him 51 shots, then, I mean, they're going to keep going here. And so far, this Jenny team, the highest scoring team is SUNYAC, done really good. And Gilmore, just heard, got an assist on the Peter Morgan one. So those two are kind of like, we talk about Tyler Flack and Shane Bull. Those two are in the cohesion together. So they're doing really good so far this season.
Absolutely. And, Mud, I'm going to ask you, it's the 3rd period, it's 2-1, 20 minutes left, anybody's game. What do both teams have to do to come out of whiteout with a win here tonight, straight and simple?
So for Plattsburgh, you got to pepper Cal Shell with shots here. I mean, give him every difficulty in net. For Oswego, grind it out. You can play this type of game. Play physical, play defensive, and I mean, they can really win this one if they play that way. Maybe an empty netter for Oswego to really close this one out.
Yeah, that would be like repeating history with that empty net. But I gotta say, I feel like Plattsburgh, their energy, their morale is very low right now. You just see Steve, their head coach, really trying to like clap for them, and they're not really helping each other out, it seems. So that's something that if they want to even get close in this game or get ahead in this game, they've really got to pick it up now. And for Oswego, I gotta say, they're doing really good. The passes are connecting. I really don't have anything but besides really continuing to defend and keep Cal Shell protected.
What do you think, Joyce?
I think so. I think going into this game, I mean, we weren't sure exactly where the offense was going to come from or what was going to happen, but Connor Sleeth, 7 shots, Drake Semmer had 5 shots. I certainly wasn't thinking those guys were going to be the top 2 in the shots in the Oswego team. So far they're doing a really good job. In these kind of games I mentioned, chippy games, you got to get it from guys that might not be on the top of the roster sheet. So it's going to be huge going forward here because Shane Bull, Tyler Flack has that goal, but when you don't have your top guys, who's going to step up? In every single championship team, every team that can win a big game in SUNYAC and in hockey overall has those guys to step up in big moments, and so far they've done a pretty good job here so far. But for Plattsburgh, I think that they have to, nowhere to go on the offensive end, get it going and more cohesion as a team.
And Joyce, a little transition. You talked about players that have to step up. Who do you think the player that needs to step up the most? You can pick from either team, but in the third period to get the job done, which player has to step up the most?
I think I wouldn't mind maybe a Shane Bull goal going forward here. I think, the top guys, you want to get another goal if you're Oswego. Really low scoring game here so far, 2-1 in the first period, but going in that third period, you kind of want to get that 3-goal lead. You want to get up there and have your defense do a good job because so far, guys, they've done a really good job defensively. So I think Shane Bull might be an obvious answer to the top guy in SUNYAC, but he's really important for his team.
Absolutely. Will Shane Bull get it done? Will the Oswego Lakers get it done? We'll find out in the next 20 minutes. So stay tuned here on WTOP 10.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
Ice may be cold, but things are heating up here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as we get ready for period number 3 between the Oswego State Lakers and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals on Whiteout Weekend 2024. I'm Kyle Spizak alongside Kenny Gerard. And Kenny, what are some things we're expecting to see here in frame number 3?
Well, there's one thing, Kyle, that I always expect, and that's the bells tolling here for the third and final period to welcome the Lakers back onto the ice. You know what I expect, Kyle? I expect high action, high energy. This is a rivalry game. This is the last period. This is the last home regular season game for the Oswego State Lakers. This means a lot to both teams. There are standing implications involved. There is rivalry implications involved. and there are bragging rights involved, Kyle. It comes down to this.
And face-off back immediately to Schiller, and, well, 5 seconds off the clock. Not much happened on that start, Kenny.
Nope, quick save there for Schiller. Quick action, like we said, and I mean, it wasn't really much of a shot. It was more like a, hey, the period started, make sure you're paying attention.
And both teams elected to go with their starting lines for the start of period number 3. D'Addario, Jarusic, and Stockdale for the Cardinals. Fleck, Bull, and Gatto for the Lakers. Hogg picks this one up, looking for D'Addario across the ice. He's able to tip that one, but he was behind the red line, so face-off goes all the way back down, and we have another stoppage here in the third.
And we're seeing a little bit of what we saw last period so far. A lot of dumps and runs. I mean, again, it's only been 16 seconds here, Kyle, but we're seeing a very similar beginning to last time. Both teams really are trying to make opportunities for themselves, and if you're forcing them a little bit too hard, you're not going to make those opportunities just by trying a little bit too hard.
The stretch passes work great when they work, but more times than not, it's a long shot in the dark. As Francis gets back to pick up this one, Bull tips that one down in and lets Flack and Gatto get on the attack. Bull coming down, pinching in now on D'Addario. He's able to keep that one in, pinching himself against the boards. D'Addario picks it up at the half board now, skies this one high, picked up by McQuaid at the Laker logo. McQuaid chips this one down into the zone off the stick of Hogg. He'll pick it up in front of Schiller and start skating it out himself. Working his way to the center of the ice, all the way down across the blue line. Looking back door to D'Addario and a shot, that one goes wide. Addison with it, throws it high off the glass, and this is gonna go all the way down. Ring beats out Rocco for the icing call. As we take a look at a replay at that last chance, D'Addario, what a backdoor opportunity.
I mean, D'Addario absolutely cooks Shell here, and just a little bit wide right there, Kyle. Just a little bit to the right of the post. A great opportunity there for D'Addario and Shell. Welcome back, Shell. It's time to wake up for him and D'Addario. Got to keep doing some of the same stuff here to get his team the victory here tonight.
Wide right, something that many people here in upstate New York may have heard once or twice before. As McQuaid works it down the half board, Sleeth's going to pick this one up. Throw it back up to McQuaid, top of the circle. He works it back down in the corner for Sleeth. Sleeth loses the puck to Butler as Butler works it up to Tredowitz. Tredowitz across the Laker logo. That one goes off the stick of Rocco and bounces in front of the net, but Semrad's able to clear it to the side just in time. Still lost in front of the net, and Breyer with a shot, and that one goes straight into the chest to Shell. Wide open in front of the net, nobody on him.
And Belgrave had a great opportunity there. He thought he caught Shell sleeping, was aiming for the 5-hole between his pads, and nothing was there. And we're going to look at a replay of it here. Shell looking for it over there, keeping his eye on the puck. Great puck awareness. They thought he was sleeping. Shell was wide awake.
Noah Bull taking the face-off now against Jake Laney. Won by Bull. Bala's going to throw this around the other way. Calabufo able to chip it up to Smart. Smart gets beat out by Bulger, but he's able to keep the puck down in. Now a shot off from Bull. That one goes straight into the pads of Bulger, but it's still loose in front before Bulger picks it up and bounces it off the boards to Catron. Catron able to get this one back behind the net. Laney on the pressure, but it's turned around and worked up by Andriaki. Andriaki up to Noah Bull. Bull gets the blue line, tries the backhand one from the circle off the stick of a defender and goes into the netting. 17:55 left to go in period number 3.
And you can feel already, Kyle, both these teams are making good opportunities for themselves. Both teams doing very good on the fore and back check so far. Clean, good hockey. Both teams playing like they should be ranked in the top 15 of the USCHO, while Plattsburgh is number 4 and Oswego is unranked. Both teams playing very competitive. This is a heck of a game, Kyle, to really be watching here.
Both teams going up and down the ice, using the full 210 feet of the ice. A lot of tired legs on both teams. You can start to see the fatigue setting in a little bit, but the adrenaline of the rivalry will keep them going. Francis throws a check and able to get it across to Grimshaw. Grimshaw gets the red line and chips this one back behind the net. Schiller high off the glass, up to Callahan. Callahan goes up to Thomas before it's intercepted by Simons. Simons trying to chip this one down in, but he's taken out by Callahan. Hogg with it. He'll evade a forechecker in A.J. Ryan and start things up himself. But he'll take a hit from Simons, who goes down before Grimshaw is able to get it. Goes off the skate. And a shot for Hogg. Nope. Elects to pass it instead. Looking back door for Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale with a shot and a diving block from Gatto. putting his body on the line. That one hurt. You can see he's wincing in pain, but what an effort putting his body on the line, Kenny.
A great play there by Gatto. Way to put his body on the line, and you can see why Shell has all those pads on, because Gatto is clearly in some pain there. But a great defensive play there by the Lakers. Way to really put it all out there for your team in a rivalry match.
Gatto limps off the ice as Weaver Vitale picks it up behind the net and tries to get the breakout going for Plattsburgh, trying to look it up to Stockdale. Stockdale still heavy on the forecheck, battling Addison all the way to the boards before Addison pins it. Semrad with it now, D'Addario on him. D'Addario's able to get the puck before it's worked back down to Stockdale. D'Addario pinned against the board with Semrad. Semrad not willing to move his skate, locking it up right in front, and a shot up in front for Jerusik. That one goes wide of Shell. Jerusik in the corner, he takes a hit and working it up the near side boards was McQuaid before Jerusik was able to take that one back. D'Addario with a shot that goes off the stick of Addison and into the netting. As we go back real quick, we take a look at that block from Gatto again. Coming across, just look at it, Kenny, straight to the leg. That one hurts, but in games like this, it's do or die.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I've never actually put on some hockey gear and been on the ice, Kyle. I'm not going to imagine taking a slap shot straight to the knee. It's not going to feel good. But a heck of a play there by Gatto to get out there and just stop the puck. He got in the way. He did exactly what he needed to do as a defenseman.
Tredowitz face off with Sleeth, won by Sleeth. Immediately thrown across the ice by Francis, trying to get Rocco streaking down the side as they're able to get it down into the corner. Ring back up the boards. Sleeth with a shot. That one's going to be batted down by Ring. Ring goes back to attacking in the corner. A few Lakers. Sleeth's able to pick it up. Sleeth pinned against the boards. Going to pick this one up is Tredowitz. As he's still got his stick in Sleeth's arm, the Laker faithful not happy with the no call, but Ring going back down the other way. Ring and Arcan in the corner as Arcan takes the body on Ring. Breyer with it now, working it up the boards. Breyer to Butler. Butler's just going to found this one off the boards, back down to Tredowitz. Tredowitz with a shot from the goal line. Glove save from Shell, not allowing any second chance in front of the net.
And that's an excellent play there by Shell. Great puck awareness, way to keep his head on a swivel. If that puck had dropped, wide open opportunity on his glove side for Plattsburgh. Would have been an easy goal for the Cardinals to tie this thing up, but instead we have Shell with a nice glove save to keep the game 2-1 for the Lakers.
And obviously, as everyone knows, this game is a huge rivalry between these two programs. But going back to their history a little bit, they met in the SUNYAC championship last season right here in the Deb. When it comes to SUNYAC titles, Plattsburgh and Oswego have seen themselves 17 times in the championship, but Plattsburgh owns the score by 14 championships to 3 for Oswego.
You get a little deja vu here, Kyle. If you remember the SUNYAC championship last year, the final score was 2-1 for Plattsburgh.
As Warmouth works this one up in the near far side wing, gets it to Smart. Smart across the blue line. Smart shot from the high slot. That one goes off the shoulder of Schiller. Catron picks it up, throws it up the boards to Lanyi. A hit down in the corner, gets the faithful pumping. Back on the attack. Bull, forecheck. Pushes this one down. Bolger with it. Back off the end boards to Belina. Belina up to Catron. Catron throws this one down in as soon as he gets the red line. And Addison taking a Plattsburgh player in the corner. Going down was Callanan. Still pinned on the half boards right now. A lot of puck battles alongside the board, but this one squeaks out. Hogg. Hogg looking for a shot at the top of the circle. He's going to skate around, looking backdoor, and they're able to get that one in. The backdoor goal for Ryan Butler. On what a pass from Ryan Hogg.
And a great pass by Hogg over to Butler. And Kyle, they did exactly what they did last time, except this time Shell wasn't there to stop it. The lane was wide open. They got the backhand pass on the glove side of Shell. He wasn't ready for it. And like I said earlier, Shell gets caught sometimes on the other side. And we're looking at the replay here. Shell focusing on the right side while he's creeping around. Hogg passes it over wide open for the backhand on the glove side of Shell. And he just wasn't ready for it, Kyle.
And Butler putting his stick down flat to be able to tip that one up. But we're going to throw it down to ringside reporter Mike Neckers as he got the Lakers' faithful reaction to that one.
Thanks, gentlemen. The Plattsburgh Cardinals just tied it up with 14 minutes left to go. Ryan Butler with a nice goal to tie it up 2-2. Still 14 minutes left. We'll see what the Lakers can do if they can win this game or if the Plattsburgh Cardinals are going to run away with it. Back up to the booth.
Thanks, Mike. As a little bit of chirping going on between Simons and Hogg after that one. Ref blew it off sides. Simon still went for the hit, but it wasn't too late. But it's an intense game like this. Chirping is inevitable.
Inevitable, especially after a goal. And you guys see on your screen right now, Ryan Butler, third goal of the season, doing what he needs to get done. And now, Kyle, the tensions have risen in the Deb. It is 2-2 with 13:56 to go.
As Weaver Vitale drops back in. Falling on that one was Hogg. Grimshaw off his pad, goes back down into Plattsburgh zone, picked up by Hogg. Hogg facing the forecheck from Simons as the Lakers are going to get a line change. Gatto and Flack on the ice. Up to Jarusic. Jarusic gets that one into the zone, chips it across the ice. Andriaki almost had it, but he's able to recollect it nonetheless. Up the boards to Flack. Flack trying to chip it up for Gatto. Jarusic with it in the high slot, and now it's to D'Addario. D'Addario had a chance, but it gets lost into the corner. Stockdale not able to collect that one. Flack chips up to Grimshaw. Grimshaw up to Gatto. Gatto can't connect on it. D'Addario with it. Dumps it back around the boards. Back behind the board. Jarusic looking for Stockdale in front. Great play from Grimshaw coming back on the back check to get that one. Gatto through the legs of Stockdale. Gets the red line. Chips that one in. And Flack with it wide open in front of the net. Tied up by Hogg. Couldn't get a shot off. And Schiller's easily able to put that one to rest.
And a great job on the back check there from Plattsburgh, as well as Oswego finally getting an opportunity down there. And we've seen Plattsburgh excellent offense breaking down the Oswego defense. They're finding lanes, they're breaking holes in every single spot that Oswego is trying to bounce out of. It's not working well for Oswego on their defensive scheme right now, and Plattsburgh's offense, well-oiled machine.
Butler brings this one back behind the net, throws it up the ice, tipped off a few players, and goes to Francis. Flack gets it to Bull. Bull trying to work it through a slew of defenders, and he's going to go down. Bull slow to get up as the other way. Butler's going to get the red line and dump this one down in. Bull slow coming back, but back in the zone nonetheless. Gatto with a hit in the corner on Breyer. That creates some space for the Lakers trying to get the breakout running. Flack high off the glass, gets it up to Bull. Bull tied up by Ring. And back to grab this one once again is Butler. Butler up the side to Bonfield. But pushing this one down in is Flack. Flack ties it up at the blue line. McQuaid joining in on the battle. 2 Lakers, 3 Cardinals. Puck not moving very much, and the refs are going to blow this one dead. They'll call a face-off at the dot right next to the stoppage.
And we're seeing right now, it looks like the Lakers looking a bit sluggish out there. Oswego look like they're not as well conditioned as the Cardinals. And Kyle, I was never really a hockey player, but I was a football player for a long time. And one thing my coach has always hammered to me, conditioning. The better conditioned team will win games. And right now, Plattsburgh looking less winded out there than Oswego, looking like the better conditioned team than Oswego.
Like you said, Kenny, hockey's not a 40-minute game, it's 60, and you have to be able to keep that intensity for all 60. As the puck jumps out to Sleeth. Sleeth battles 3 Cardinals in the corner, but they'll take it away. Going up is Catron. Catron gets it to Bonfield. Bonfield's going to get the red line, dump it into the far corner. Semrad picks it up, bangs it off the boards immediately. Another bang off the boards. Rocco's picking up, going the other way now. Lakers got a 2-on-3. Rocco just chipping this one on net. Schiller throws it back into the corner, picked up by Catron. Catron wraps it around the other way, but Addison picks it up, and a tip in front of the net from Sleeth goes just wide. Rocco back down to Sleeth, trying to get the cycle working. McQuaid joining in. That one's picked up by Laney. Addison pinches down in on the other side to keep it and wraps it right back around. Sleeth got it at the hash marks, pushes it back down to McQuaid, but McQuaid takes a shove from behind from Bonfield before Semrad gets it, and he throws this one off the end boards. Flack back on the ice, picks it up behind the net, trying to find somebody to work it to. Was looking for McQuaid in front, but he was tied up with Belina. Laney with it, gonna get it into the red line and dump it on Shell. Back behind the net, Arcan. Arcan pauses, works it to Semrad. Semrad bounces it off the boards to Hogg, but Hogg just throws that one back down in. And another board pass for Arcan. Hogg has it, works it over to Thomas. Thomas trying to work it up the far side to Butler, who has the second goal of the game for the Cardinals, as we have a stoppage of play. 10:35 left to go in period number 3. Faceoff goes back down to Cardinal zone. Kenny, it's a 2-2 game, and things have kind of changed a bit in this third period.
Yeah, it is going to be a dramatic finish as we're almost halfway through the third and final period here in the Deb. Kyle, both teams looking to close it out here. Someone needs to score to take home a win here.
Grimshaw on the draw, wins it back to Ryan. Ryan with a shot, and that one goes straight into the chest to Schiller.
And And Ryan, he was awake. He was looking for a big shot there, but Schiller, just as awake as Ryan was, right there to make the good stop for the Cardinals. We're take a look at another face-off here. Good opportunity there for the Lakers. One of their first I've seen this period. A lot of time spent in the Oswego zone. Not much time spent over in Plattsburgh zone. Oswego now trying to capitalize while in the opponent's zone.
Grimshaw wins it back to Wormuth, but the puck was bouncing, couldn't get a shot off, had to just dump it back down in the zone. Wormuth works it across to Francis. Francis with a shot, that one goes wide off the end boards, but it bounces in front of the net. No Lakers there to take it home. Jerusik coming the other way now with a little bit of speed. Gets it up to D'Addario. D'Addario with a shot. That one's still loose in front of the net. Stockdale trying to chip it out into the net, but couldn't. Going the other way now, Grimshaw. It's a 3-on-2 for the Lakers. Grimshaw gets it, stops it. For some reason, stops instead of keeping the momentum going. Tries to look backdoor for the pass, but the stoppage killed the momentum. Dumped down the other way now, and D'Addario's going to beat out the icing call in the corner. Stockdale throws a hit, and puck still tied up. Punching this one down is McQuaid. McQuaid trying to work it up, but Tredowitz was there to stop it, and a delayed penalty for the Lakers as the Cardinals are just going to throw this one down in, and Francis touches the puck. Stoppage of play and a slashing call on the Lakers, number 26, Connor Sleeth. Lakers find themselves down a man now for the next 2 minutes, and the power penalty kill needs to step up huge for the Lakers here.
Yeah, Kyle, and I saw that penalty clear as day from up here, a very clear slashing call going the way of the Lakers. Not what they need right now. We said Oswego, not the best on the penalty kill so far this year. We'll have to see what they do to convert, not allow Plattsburgh to convert on the power play.
Plattsburgh yesterday on the power play against Cortland, 2 for 5 power play goals in the second and third period for the Cardinals. Puck drawn at the face-off circle. Bull's able to pick this one up, and he'll draw it all the way down. This one bounces off the stick of Schiller. And Rocco was down on it, but he gets tripped up, so it's right back to 4-on-4 hockey as the Cardinals will find a man in the box. It appears to be Weaver Vitale.
And Weaver Vitale, a very, very clear trip there against the Plattsburgh Cardinals. A couple of clear calls there, Kyle. Not bad officiating by any means here late in the third period. But that is exactly what the Lakers needed. While it may not have been their penalty kill that they were expecting to get, it indeed is a penalty kill, and we are now going to see 4-on-4 hockey for a large portion of the remainder of this third period. And we'll see about a 12-second power play for the Oswego State Lakers.
Shane Bull taking the face-off against Jake Laney. And face-off won back by Laney to Hogg. Hogg stops behind the net before getting things going on the breakout. He skates it up the center himself. Looks across the ice. Across the middle of the ice was Belgrave, but Belgrave took a mean shoulder from Flack. Bull gets it over to Flack, gets it up to Gatto, back to Flack. Looking for Gatto back in front of the net, but it goes off the chest of Ring. Flack in the corner, and he's going to throw a hit at Laney before Ring gets it. Working it back up, Laney with it again. Bull picks it up at the top of the circle. Works it into the high slot. Seeing his options before dumping it back off that back of the boards. Trying to get it to Flack before Laney picks it up again. Laney's getting it up for the Cardinals. Looking for the cross ice pass, and Gatto lays him out at center ice before it's picked back up by Hogg. Hogg taking it down the far side wing. He gets tied up with an Oswego player, and now Flack bringing it the other way. Still 52 seconds on 4-on-4. Flack with a shot. That one gets deflected off of Tredowitz. And another opportunity in front. That one just goes wide of the net. Lakers got to get back in. Rocco in. Thomas Rocco coming back. And huge back check to stop that one. A real risky chance with Tredowitz on the breakaway.
A really risky chance and a great back check there by the Plattsburgh Cardinals to shut down the Oswego opportunity.
McQuaid brings this one down in the corner before he stops. He loses an edge, and he goes down to the ice. Stockdale with it. He gets pinned against the board by a Laker. McQuaid's able to win the puck battle. McQuaid now getting tied up by Bulger, and he's going to throw him off with his hand. Working it towards the side of the ice. Calabufo in the high slot. Over to Semrad. Semrad pauses. Calabufo high slot, and the shot goes straight up. Stockdale, another shot. That one goes high. Rocco gets it, keep it going in the corner. Stockdale going to pick this one up. Quick turn. And Calabufo takes down Stockdale. Back up to the point. Lakers on the power play for 10 seconds. Semrad gets it down to Ryan. Ryan couldn't connect on the pass. Tries throwing it back up for Semrad before Simons has to pick it up in center ice. Addison with it at the blue line. Gets it to Ryan. Ryan with it at the near side. And he looks backdoor for a player, but nobody was going to the post. Other way now, Weaver Vitale fresh out of the box. Getting it up to Catron. Catron with a shot! Off of Shell's blocker, off the crossbar, and out of play. It was almost a 3-2 game on that shot, Kenny.
A wild series of events there. As that puck went up over to our perch people over there, almost getting them a souvenir as well. A crazy sequence of events there. Oswego, great opportunities. Got the Laker faithful on their feet. And Plattsburgh, the only team in the SUNY today with a power play goal as well. Surprising statistic, while Oswego is again part of those teams that does not have that power play goal, which is something they absolutely need to capitalize on here late in the game.
As the shot's deflected high over the net, Lakers battling on the half board. 7 minutes left to go in this game. Grimshaw and Simons looking for Simons in front for the tip, but he was tied up by Butler. Simons works it back down the corner, and a huge hit in the corner from Butler, and a Laker is down on the ice. Left his feet on that hit, but no call, a high hit. Refs letting them play. Francis rims this one back up to Simons, and going to the bench was Grimshaw, who received that huge hit in the corner. Francis comes up to play this one. Francis gets it at the red line, dumps it down in. Schiller has to come out of his net to play it. Bowl on the forecheck, and a loose puck. Flack's gonna get it. He tries to work it back down, but it bounces off his stick weird, goes just off the half board and picked up by Laney. Laney gets it over to Callanan. Callanan back to Laney. Pushing him into the corner was Gatto. Gatto on a fierce battle, able to get this one out. Bo loses possession, but it's picked up by Bonfield, bringing it back into Plattsburgh zone. Over to Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale moves it up off the stick of Bo, and Bo throws a hit on him. And Shell tries to play it, but he whiffs on it. Luckily, his defenseman Mbala was back there to tie up the man, or else that could have been a mean wraparound goal. Bo facing a couple of back checkers as he works it across for Gatto. Gatto's going to get the line and just chip it in, get a change. McQuaid takes his spot, and Sleeth takes Bowles. Sleeth going down on the forecheck as losing an edge was Hogg. Hogg brings it back down as Vitale takes a hit from Sleeth. Sleeth gets a stick on the cross pass to Weaver Vitale before he puts it back down to Hogg. Hogg moves it up to Breyer. Breyer stops in center ice, tries to work it back to Laney, but it goes back down into Plattsburgh's corner. Sleeth on the attack. Forecheck that gets lost in the ref, and a huge hit from Sleeth puts Laney on the ice, and he hasn't gone back up yet. All the way back down the other end. Shell has to play it now. 47 picks it up for the Lakers. Addison dumps it up off the boards. And Rocco trying to get it down in the zone. He'll battle and get it down in 4:53 left to go in this one. Breyer on the far side wing, and he was offsides. He takes a hit from Sleeth, and then he takes a cross check right back after. No penalty called on Breyer's cross check after. Possibly a few missed calls on both ends of the ice. The Lakers probably got away with a few, and Plattsburgh has probably gotten away with a few as well, Kenny.
Absolutely. So you can't be mad as a fan to see both teams are getting penalties not called against them. As I said earlier, this is a rivalry game. It's heated. It's tied with 4:48 to go. There are going to be big hits, and there are going to be penalties that happen, and luckily the referees are letting them play, whether you like it or not.
As this one goes back to Warmoth. Warmoth had it lost for a little bit, but he's able to find the puck and get it to Ryan. Ryan cutting across the blue line, gets it at the top of the circle, and a shot! AJ Ryan starts at top right! Wheel, snipe, selling for AJ Ryan, and the Lakers take the lead, 3-2 with 4:22 left to go.
AJ Ryan, the wheel snipe selling, the goal for the Lakers, the one-timer, you name it, Kyle, and the Lakers have done what they needed to do. They found the open side on Schiller. AJ Ryan picks up his 5th of the season, and the Oswego State Lakers take the lead 3-2. 4:32 left in the game. Kyle, you like dramatic hockey? Well, you got it.
I don't think I've ever heard this place louder in my life, Kenny, as we're throwing it right to ringside reporter Mike Neckers, who was right there for that goal.
AJ Ryan with a goal with just under 5 minutes left to give the Lakers a 3-2 lead. A lot of momentum for the Lakers now, and it is absolutely electric here in the Deb. There's still 4 minutes left. We'll see if the Cardinals can do anything with that. Back up to Kenny and Spees in the booth.
Thanks, Mike. 4:14 left to go in this game. Laker faithful, more energetic than I've ever seen them in my 4 years of college here at Oswego.
You would think this is the SUNYAC championship again. You would think this is the national championship right now. The Deb is rocking, Kyle, and the Lakers have all the momentum in the world, but can they hold on?
Trudowitz works this one up to Belgrave. Belgrave gonna push it down in the corner. Gatto tries to push this one forward, and Bull's gonna pick it up. Bull pinned against the boards, tries to find a centering pass, but Ring's just gonna throw this one back down in. Easy save for Shell as Belgrave came down in. Gives that ability to freeze the puck. Face off will be in Oswego zone.
Well, Kyle, the Lakers needed to do something big there. They needed the offensive passes. They finally found their passing lane, and A.J. Ryan in the right spot at the right time. And we've seen it a lot tonight. They're attacking the goalie's glove side on Schiller and Shell. It's both of their weak sides, and they capitalized once again on the weak side of Schiller, and Schiller lets one get by. But don't discredit either goalie. Both, Kyle, having an excellent performance tonight.
As Hogg gets this one at the blue line, tries chipping it up to a player, but it finds Francis instead, and McQuaid's now coming down. McQuaid's got Rocco, and McQuaid shoots! He scores! Glove side! Matt McQuaid extends the lead to 2 goals, jumping on the glass, 3:40 left to go. This game has dramatically changed, Kenny.
And if you look at the scoreboard, Kyle, you see number 4 for the Lakers. Well, guess what, Matt McQuaid? You got your 4th goal in 2 nights. McQuaid with the hat trick last night. McQuaid comes up big for the Lakers. He makes it 4-2. The infamous 2-goal lead in hockey is now for the Lakers. McQuaid's 11th point of the season, 6th goal. And Kyle, dramatic hockey again. 2 quick goals for the Lakers. Plattsburgh got to do something big here to take home the victory against the Lakers. While Oswego, they just have to hold on.
As Belina kicks that one up to Bonfield, and that one's going to be chipped up into the seating, and a fan has a souvenir, and they're going crazy because they got a puck.
This is absolutely insane, Kyle. I can barely hear myself talking. The Deb is rocking. Kyle, this is whiteout.
Indeed it is, Kenny. This is a long-awaited thing for the Lakers. The last time there was a whiteout was right around this time last year with the SUNYAC championship. So almost a full year's wait for these fans. As this one's won back by Plattsburgh as they work it down into the zone. Grimshaw's gonna pick it up at the center ice, and Ryan able to push this one down a little bit further into the corner. That one's gonna get chipped up into the netting, so we will have a face-off at the far side circle.
Well, if you're the Plattsburgh Cardinals right now, you really got to shut out the noise. They have to hush the crowd in their minds. They have to do something big. They need to open up their passing lanes. Their forecheck was great to start this period, Kyle, but right now the forecheck and backcheck are lacking for the Cardinals, while Oswego gets possession, is maintaining possession, and doing a good job while they have the puck in their place. They need to shut down those passing lanes and intercept more pucks if they want a chance to take the victory and steal it away from the Lakers with 3:09 to go.
Grimshaw behind the net after Arcane kept it in by just a hair. And Grimshaw gets shoved into the boards a few times by Butler. He didn't have the puck, but refs letting them go. Callanan the other way gets it to Laney. Laney with a shot that was tipped off the stick of Bala and goes over the net top of Shell's net. Another hit taken on Grimshaw from Butler. Butler's been laying the hits on Grimshaw all night long, Kenny. And another hit along the boards. No arms up as this one's going to go all the way down. Stockdale beats out the icing. Bala picks it up. He's just going to chip it high off the glass, trying to get it out the other way. Grimshaw able to be out the puck race, and he pins Butler against the boards now, getting a little bit of payback for the few hits he took. Drusik trying to skate that one up, goes the other way, and the Plattsburgh Cardinals are pulling their goalie. Scheller is out of the net, and a shot from Taderio, and this one's lost in front of the net. It's lost over. The goal light is on. We'll wait for the ref signal. But the goal light is on. The goal judge said that one entered the back of the net. We will have to wait and see what the refs call. Plattsburgh's going to their net to celebrate. 2:13 left to go. Still waiting to see, as we see there, it does hit the back of the net, and the ref does call it a goal.
So, Kyle, here we are again. Stockdale doing what he needs to do. We were talking about Stockdale earlier in the first period, lacking on his shots. Well, guess what? Stockdale might have just been saving it for the third and final period, as now it appears to be a 4-3 game. A great goal there. Gets on the blocker side of Shell, and they've just a good play, a good chip in. Just got the weak, small little crack there against Shell. Pulling the goalie, tend to work out there for the Cardinals. And now, Kyle, a 4-3 game, 2:13 to go. The Plattsburgh Cardinals, like I said, need to get better on offense, find those lanes. Well, Kyle, they found the passing lane. They did exactly what they needed to do, and now they're giving themselves an opportunity here to come back in this game.
As the refs discussing what went down on that play. And it will be a good goal call. 4-3 game with 2:13 left. You can't ask for better, more emotional and intense hockey than this, Kenny.
Absolutely not. And you heard it from the Laker faithful. A roaring boo reeks through the Deb. While you look over at the Plattsburgh faithful, cheers and claps over on their side, Kyle. 2:12 to go. A heck of a game here, man.
And pulling Schiller turns out to be the right move at this time in the game for the Cardinals. Moffitt making that move and ends up with a goal on the board. D'Addario gets it up to Jerusik. Jerusik looking across the ice to Stockdale. Stockdale was offsides on that one, so face-off will be in the neutral zone. 1:55 left to go in this game.
Well, Kyle, if you're the Cardinals now, you need to play your best hockey you played all season. This isn't a playoff game, but it feels like it. They need every point they can get to try and catch up to the Lakers. If you guys know right now in the standings, the Lakers are only ahead by the Cardinals by 1 point. If the Lakers lose this game, Plattsburgh regains that second place spot and gives them semi-home ice advantage. While Oswego is trying to get that semi game at home as the second seed and get that very, very crucial bye week and miss the midweek games and push it off to the weekend. So both teams really looking to pick up a win here. The timeout is not going to get called here. It's a big game for both teams, Kyle. Outside of the whiteout, there's plenty more stakes that go into this type of game.
As Coach Moffitt of the Cardinals calls the timeout here. Moffitt experienced quite a few whiteout games himself, both being a player, assistant coach, and now head coach for the Cardinals, much like Oswego's Ed Gosick.
Yeah, we have two very similar coaches here, two very successful coaches. Both coaches are excellent. They have done exactly what they need to do with their teams, both presenting great teams on ice, and we had said the SUNYAC championship matchups have always been very good and very tight.
And we're going to throw it to rinkside reporter Kaylee Richmond, who has more on this tense matchup.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it is so loud down here. I am just on ice level, and the goals that have been scored in this period have caused the crowd to go wild. It's so great to see all the fans coming out tonight. Let's throw it up back to the booth.
Thanks, Kaylee, as face-off will come all the way back to the near side face-off circle. Shell returns to his net. Stockdale still in his net at the moment, but we will see how much longer that remains. Bull wins the face-off back to Gatto. Gatto gets to Wormuth over to Francis. Francis up to Flack. Flack chips that one down in, and Bull gets on the attack. Bull pinning this one back behind the boards, works it into the near side corner. Pinning it against the boards once again. Lakers just trying to drain out this clock as much as possible. 1:35 left to go in period number 3. Puck still loose, so the clock remains to drag. Refs don't have any reason to call it yet. Puck still moving. Pops out to Gatto. Gatto gets it. He looks for the wraparound. Couldn't get it. Up to Francis. Francis, a delayed shot. That wrist shot goes off the pads of D'Addario. Back down to the corner, picked up by Weaver Vitale. Weaver Vitale looking for D'Addario, but pinching down on a huge save was McQuaid. Bull goes back to pinning it down in the corner. Now 1 minute left to go in this game. Weaver Vitale with it, drops it back down to Jerusik. Jerusik working it up as Schiller slowly inching out of his net. Rocco has it now. He gets it over to Semrad. Semrad tries to bump it up to McQuaid, but it's not going to be an icing because Sleeth is able to beat out the icing call. Down Rocco on the forecheck. Keeps this one in. He misses a hit down in the corner. He's going to pin it against the boards. 40 seconds left to go in this match. Coming the other way now. Trying to get it up was Stockdale, but Stockdale couldn't get it. Rocco blocks that one. Schiller trying to leave his net, but he couldn't. And a hand pass is called on the Cardinals.
And Plattsburgh right now, they need to gain possession of this puck. They need it in their hand. And you have seen Schiller creep out the net. He was almost halfway to the blue line, Kyle. Had to reel it back because Oswego keeps regaining possession. Oswego is doing exactly what they need to do. Keep possession of that puck. Keep it to 5-on-5. Don't allow the man advantage. And they're doing what they need to do. While Plattsburgh, they have to win this faceoff, and they need possession here.
The pressure's unreal, and Sleeth with a shot right off the faceoff. Goes off the glove of Schiller. Schiller is now leaving the net. Callahan looking across the ice, trying to get it over to Bonfield. Bonfield behind the net. Puck is loose back behind the net. A lot of battling going on. Shell looking a little bit off bounds, but it's pinned back on the end boards. Still pinned. 10 seconds left to go on the clock. This one pokes out. Able to get in front. and a shot for Riggy. Decides to pass instead. Lady with a shot, goes back door, and a perfect chance for Bonfield, but it misses. 2 seconds left to go. A miss hit, and the Lakers will win Whiteout 2024. Push gets Chevy going on. Tranowitz and McQuaid are fighting, and a fight breaks out in front of the net. A lot of punches being thrown. The goalie has shelled down. Lady is tied up with a few players. McQuaid and Sleet are going at it. McQuaid, Tranowitz, Lady, and now more pushing and shoving between Bonfield and Francis. Lakers are coming out. Shell is high. The Lakers are winning, have won this one. And you can tell just how emotional and monumental this game has been for both teams.
You saw the bell ding, you saw the hands start flying, but it doesn't matter. The Plattsburgh Cardinals have crashed into the side of the ship, and the Oswego State Lakers have taken the victory 4-3. They ripped it away at the end. They got the 2 quick goals, and they took it away from the Cardinals. They maintained their second seed positioning. They go up 3 points on the Cardinals, and they inch just a little bit closer to Geneseo to try and get maybe that #1 regular season SUNYAC championship. While Plattsburgh now has a tough road ahead of them, while they have a game in hand on the Lakers, they have 1 extra game to play. The Lakers have made it much more difficult for them to catch up, as now the Oswego State Lakers have season swept the Plattsburgh Cardinals.
And the Lakers came in to Plattsburgh a few months ago, take down the #1 Cardinals by a score of 5-3. This time in the Deb, take down the #4 Cardinals 4-3. Very similar games, very similar rankings, but what a matchup this was.
4 goals, 4 ranked opponents now off the board for the Lakers. Their 3rd ranked victory at home, as we're going to see the setup here for senior night. We cannot forget, Kyle, this is senior night. And Kyle, if I were a senior on this Lakers team, there's no better way to end your regular season at home than a victory over your rival school and take home the win for Whiteout 2023-2024.
And especially if you're a senior like AJ Ryan, who had that huge 3rd goal, Matt McQuaid ends up getting the game-winning goal with his shot right after the AJ Ryan goal. But a huge, huge night for all the seniors. But we're going to throw it to Kaylee Richmond, who is ringside with all the action that just went down.
We're coming to it. Thanks, guys. I'm here with AJ Ryan, who scored one of the goals in this last period. Now, what was it like to break that tie?
I don't know. The Spartans always electric on Whiteout. You know, it's a best rivalry in college hockey, so scoring a goal in this is nice. So
Absolutely. Now, this crowd is so hyped. How do you feel about having such a strong fan base here tonight?
I love it. That's why us Canadians come to Oswego, because we got a beautiful rink like this with the best fans in all college hockey, so it's awesome.
Exactly. Now you face Cortland next Friday. What are your thoughts going into this next matchup?
Just keep doing what we've been doing. You know, it's been working. Everything, we just got to play hard and be the aggressors, and everything will work out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kaylee, as we got a little bit of an inside look at what it feels like to score such a huge goal on a huge night and on your senior night for senior AJ Ryan.
Absolutely, a great way for AJ Ryan to go out, and no shade there for Matt McQuaid either. Have yourself a weekend. McQuaid gets the hat trick last night against Potsdam and comes out tonight, gets the 1-star, and picks up a very crucial set of goals for the Lakers. McQuaid had himself a good weekend, Kyle.
Yeah, McQuaid, he was a bit slow in the first half of the season, but the last couple of games, he has really ramped it up, putting up goals in the back of the net. He had a huge outing yesterday with a hat trick. You can't ask for much more, but we are getting into senior night celebrations right now, so we will send it down to the ice side to get all of those senior night festivities.
round one one save. Reggie Piranha, huge save.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce our seniors to you, as well as the family members that are here with them tonight. Our first senior, number 6, Kristen Francis. The Orleans, Ontario native is the son of Nancy and Sean. He joined the Lakers for the 2021 season. He has dressed in 47 career games, recording 3 goals and 8 assists. This spring he will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is joined tonight by mother Nancy, father Sean, sister Maxine, and girlfriend Aleka. Let's hear it for number 6, Kristen Francis. Our next senior is number 12, Noah Ball. Hailing from Brooklyn, Ontario, Noah is the son of Leslie and Mara. During his time as a Laker, Noah has dressed in 52 career games, recording 5 goals and 5 assists. In the classroom, Noah has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is joined by mother Leslie, father Mark, brother Chris, and brother Tanner. Let's hear it for number 12, Noah Ball. Our next senior, number 13, Jackson Arcan. Coming to Oswego from Thornton, Ontario, Jackson is the son of Lisa and Peter, who joined the Lakers for the 2021 season. He has dressed in 65 career games, recording 9 goals and 20 assists. This spring, Jackson will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is joined by mother Lisa, father Peter, brother Nick, and brother Joey. Let's hear it for number 13, Jackson Arcan. Next up, number 14, Connor Smart. The Keswick, Ontario native is the son of Francine and Ron. During his time as a Laker, Connor has dressed in 60 career games, recording 8 goals and 8 assists. In the classroom, Connor has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with his master's degree in business administration. He is joined by mother Francine Hailing from Bolton, Ontario, Rocco is the son of Lily and Tony. Joining the Lakers for the 2021 season, Rocco has dressed in 48 career games, recording 8 goals and 12 assists. In the classroom, Rocco has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in wellness management. He is joined by mother Lily, father Tony, and sister Benicia. Let's hear it for number 16, Rocco Andreagi. Our next senior, number 17, Thomas Rocco. Coming to Oswego from Downington, Pennsylvania, Thomas is the son of Lisa and Scott. Transferring to the Lakers, Thomas has dressed in 35 career games during his 2 years, recording 9 goals and 6 assists. In the classroom, Thomas has been recognized on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a master's degree in computer science. He is with mother Lisa, father Scott, and brother Alex. Let's hear it for number 17, Thomas Rocco. Our next senior, number 26, Connor Sleeve. The Uxbridge, Ontario native is the son of Judy and Ron. He has dressed in 76 career games, recording 14 goals and 36 assists. In the classroom, Connor has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is joined by mother Judy, father Ron, sister Lane, and girlfriend Hannah. Let's hear it for number 26, Connor Sleeve. Next up, number 27, A.J. Ryan. Hailing from Tecumseh, Ontario, A.J. is the son of Amy and Sean. During his time as a Laker, A.J. has dressed in 51 career games, recording 6 goals and 6 assists. In the classroom, A.J. has been recognized once on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in communication. He is accompanied tonight by mother Amy, father Sean, and girlfriend Peyton. Let's hear it for number 27, A.J. Ryan. Our next senior is number 31, Richie Perrant. Coming to Oswego from Montreal, Quebec, Richie is the son of Raina and Rich. Over 3 seasons, Richie has appeared in 12 career games. In the classroom, he has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. With Richie tonight are mother Raina, father Rich, sister Rihanna, and sister Raquel. Let's hear it for number 31, Richie Perrant. Our next senior is number 81, Trent Grimshaw. The Oswego, New York native is the son of Marianne and RJ. Joining the Lakers in 2021, Trent has dressed in 53 career games, recording 9 goals and 18 assists. This spring, he will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is with mother Marianne, father RJ, brother Tyler, and girlfriend Isabel. Let's hear it for number 81, Trent Grimshaw. Our next senior, number 19, Tyler Flack. Coming to Oswego from Streetsville, Ontario, Tyler is the son of Debbie and Kelly. Over his 3 seasons, Tyler has dressed in 59 career games, recording 22 goals and 33 assists. In the classroom, Tyler has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Joining Tyler tonight, mother Debbie, father Kelly, sister Riley, and girlfriend Abigail. Let's hear it for number 19, Tyler Flack. Our next senior, number 24, Shane Bull. The Brooklyn, Ontario product is the son of Leslie and Mark. During his time as a Laker, Shane has dressed in 72 career games, recording 29 goals and 49 assists. In the classroom, Shane has been recognized 3 times on the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He is accompanied by mother Leslie, father Mark, brother Chris, and brother Tanner. Let's hear it for number 24, Shane Bull. Hailing from Olmsted Falls, Ohio, Quinn is the son of Karen and Tom. Transferring to the Lakers for the 21-22 season, Quinn has dressed in 72 career games, recording 10 goals and 22 assists. In the classroom, Quinn has been recognized twice at the SUNY Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll and will be graduating with a master's degree in business administration. With Quinn tonight, our mother Karen, father Tom, and Mindy and Uncle Scott. Let's hear it for number 8, team captain Quinn Warman. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank all of our seniors for their contributions to the Laker hockey program. Let's hear it one more time for the Laker men's hockey class of 2024.
As we finish up our senior day celebrations, and what a way to end off a fantastic night, Kenny. I mean, you had the whole celebration with all their families, and their families got to watch what I would say arguably one of the most electric games in the Dev ever.
Absolutely, one of the best whiteouts ever. Kyle, this is my first time being on the whiteout broadcast WTOP 10. This is going to be your last, but you know, we've seen a lot of different Lakers hockey, and we've seen our fair share of whiteouts. But this is electric, Kyle. This is something different. And to bring it like that on your senior night, the whole bench smiling, everybody's happy to see their families, their friends, their girlfriends, everybody's smiling, happy. Instead of being in a sorrow mood after getting your senior night ruined, they're all happy. They're having a good time, not just riding the high of your last game and the depth for the regular season and having your senior night, but also knowing you just beat your rival team. A great way to end off for the seniors here and a great way for our whiteout call.
And Kenny, way to out me for being old. You know, been here for quite a bit of time. But yeah, no, I mean, this is my third whiteout, and I would say out of all the whiteouts I've been here for, this is by far my favorite one I've been a part of.
Yeah, this was my first whiteout up here in the booth, and I saw 2 of them last year from the student section, but this is definitely my favorite one by far, and it was here in the press box.
Can't get much better than that, and what a way to end off their careers as hockey players, and possibly what a way to end off my career as an Oswego State commentator. I mean, 3 years of being up here, and at least the last home regular season game I will ever do for the Oswego State Lakers. It's been quite a ride, and both broadcasting and the team, been some serious highs and lows, but it was fantastic the entire time. But enough of me yapping about my time here. We're going to send it down to the people who we care about the most, the guys who have spent a few years here, both of the Bull brothers with Kaylee Richmond.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Shane and Noah Bull, both seniors on the Oswego ice hockey team. Now, guys, we just watched a great video of you guys. What's it like to be here on senior night and coming off of a win on whiteout?
I mean, yeah, it means a lot to all the senior class, including myself, Noah, and all my teammates. I mean, they're brothers to me, so. And on top of that, we got a win for the fans, and the barn was electric tonight, so it was a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a great time, great atmosphere. We've got the best fans in college hockey. The boys, we got a great win, and proud of all the seniors, and I love all the guys, so great night.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you both the best of luck. Thank you very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kaylee. As we got a little bit of a look in there of what it was like for the Bull brothers on their senior night, just a real fantastic game. I mean, Noah Bull may not have dressed every single game this season, but he got to play in the biggest game of the season.
Absolutely, and he was a contributor in tonight's game as well. Noah Bull getting a suit up for tonight's game. You know, one of my favorite memories personally of Noah Bull, Kyle, was when I got to see him come in as a backup goalie one game. I remember Noah Bull also played a little goalie in high school and got to come in and play a little backup goalie here for the Lakers. And Shane Bull, I mean, not much more you could ask for. An insane stat line, 82 points in his 71 games he suited up for here in Oswego. A great set of brothers, a great team, and a great group of seniors that I'm sure the shores of Lake Ontario are going to miss very much.
Without a doubt. But that's all we got for us here in the press box. For Kenny Gerard, I'm Kyle Spizak on what hopefully will not be my last call here in the Steve Levy press box. But for now, we're going to send it over to the perch with Mike Shetler, Ryan Joyce, Zach Melamud, and Jolie Santiago.
Welcome to the post-game show, and man, what a game. almost no words to describe the atmosphere here on senior night. Just a bunch of emotions for about the 76 seniors on this team that are graduating. Oh my goodness, they almost filled up the whole line. A lot of them are going to be missed next year as key contributors to the game. But Joyce, that's a lot of action. It's a complete slobber knocker. So let's take a look at the game.
Yeah, in this game, one word I can use, grit from this Oswego team. 24 shots from Plattsburgh. Guys, they averaged 39 shots a game. And a high-scoring offense for Plattsburgh, Oswego shut that down in the second, third period. It seemed like after that first goal, nothing really was going for this Plattsburgh team. And then Oswego winning the face-off battle. Didn't get anything in the power play, but overall, just a gritty game from this team. They played Geneseo last week. They got killed in that one 7-1. This game completely turned it around. The defense looked like a totally different team. And overall, what a huge win here for the Lakers. Sweeping teams in SUNYAC, especially such a competitive league, is so tough. And a 4-3 win, huge one for the Deb. So you got senior night and whiteout on top of that. It's going to be a great night here in Oswego, New York.
Yeah, and like Joyce said, Zach, the resilience of this team. There was ups and downs. It was a battle, but they never gave up, and they fought till the very end. And, you know, I got to say, the pictures with their family, probably a lot happier now that they won that game instead of taking that picture with a big loss at whiteout.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, but you talk about the grit in these type of games. It's basically a playoff game here. I mean, no doubt about it. Playoff atmosphere, playoff hockey. And the Lakers, they let up a goal early in that third period, but you find a way. You grab 2 goals. Unbelievable stuff by the Lakers. You talk about grit in these type of games. They had it tonight. Boy, did they.
Yeah, and, you know, Plattsburgh, they did have a valiant effort, a complete great showing. So let's go over that goal at the start of the fourth period, Jolie.
Yeah, completely really unexpected in a way, just because of how Shell was a little late to the reaction, but he also didn't have enough defense on them from the Lakers. But also then we had a Laker trip fall, and then they were able to make a nice pass and seal the deal there. Really, the Lakers were, not that they were off, it was just that it wasn't expected. And that one, oh my gosh, I didn't even know how that one got in there because it was so close, but it wasn't there. And then refs were like, it was in, and I was like, okay. So it was a lot of emotions from somebody watching. I know the fans were going crazy about it. Really great efforts by both teams, though.
Yeah, and Joyce, we saw that Bennett Stockdale goal. We were like, uh-oh, is this thing going to get tied up again? But really, the key contributors were the Lakers that scored in the third to seal the deal. So let's take a look.
Yeah, what did I say, guys? I mean, overall, this wasn't a top-of-the-line kind of game here for the Lakers. I mean, you got Matt McQuaid with a goal. A.J. Ryan gets one in the back of the net. And huge ones here for Oswego. I think it was double chances, getting second chance opportunities there in the offensive zone. It was playing really good, clearing the puck out of the Plattsburgh offensive zone too as well, but a lot of good shots, different angles. We've seen this Oswego teams at times kind of aim towards one corner, aim towards one spot, but this one overall did a really good job in, we mentioned, not the top guys. Fleck had that first one in the first and second period, but overall, a really big step up here for this Lakers team who I mentioned down the stretch, going to need these guys huge, Shetler.
Absolutely. Got it done when it matters. And Zach, now the Oswego State Lakers a full 3 SUNYAC points over the Plattsburgh Cardinals, trying to shut the door. So let's take a look at the updated SUNYAC standings.
Yeah, really, it stands out here. Obviously, Oswego with that 2 seed right now, and the big turnaround and the 3-point swing there against Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh now in a bit of a hut if they want to get a home game, especially against one of those top 2 teams if they end up playing them, Oswego or Geneseo. Huge one there, and of course Brockport. I mean, the big win today. Huge. And they move up to the 5 seed. Buff State lost to Jenny. They moved down. So a lot happening, a lot still left in this last weekend of the season.
And Jolie, I don't want to speak too soon, obviously, but right now, if the season ended today, Oswego's still locking in that home playoff game. How big is it to have the Deb as an atmosphere for the playoffs?
100% necessary.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you how important it was to have this crowd behind the Lakers tonight. They were going when they had the crowd cheering for them, rooting for them. When they feel like they're supported, I know they're just better. It's statistically proven that they're just on their A game when there's a huge crowd behind them, and it tends to happen at the Deb.
Absolutely, and this game would not have resulted in an Oswego win without the star-studded lines for this team. Joyce, take me through it.
I mean, look at Tyler Fleck, Shane Bull, Connor Gatto. We know the combination of Tyler Fleck and Shane Bull. You can't take Connor Gatto out of that one, guys. He's had a great year so far. 2 shots in this game, big assists overall, but for both sides, I feel like these 2 lines, Oswego did a good job kind of capitalizing on that. Plattsburgh, had a couple good goals there too as well. But I mean, overall, this Oswego team all season have been really relying on them. It's been huge. This is why the Lakers found themselves in the second spot and a chance to have another playoff game here at the Deb.
Absolutely, and Zach, hell of an effort on the other side too from Plattsburgh.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a great game overall. Jerusik and Stockdale both on the score sheet with Daddario getting the assist. I mean, this top line really steps up every single game for Plattsburgh. Even though they lost tonight, like, that top line's really dangerous. One of the best in the SUNYAC, if not the best top line. I mean, they score in all types of ways, so credit to those two guys and those three guys overall for getting on the score sheet tonight.
Absolutely, and Jolie, this whiteout game undoubtedly a 5-star classic, but there were some other very great games going on around the SUNYAC, so talk me through it.
For sure. So we had a bunch going on tonight, but Brockport came in 4-2 against Fredonia, really getting it in. 66 shots against 59, still working it again with the power play. They both really need to work on that if they're heading into the SUNYAC playoffs, SUNYAC championship especially. And then 36 face-offs to 41. But the final really for Geneseo Knights, 2-1. Buffalo State really held their own here because Geneseo is a great team. Yeah. So the fact that they were able to keep it at 2-1 and not 7-1 like we might know of, yeah, that's crazy. So again, power play, a lot of SUNYAC teams just don't really excel in that power play. It's just something that I think SUNYAC is trying to work on maybe over the conference, around the conference, really.
And I got to mention, Shelley, quickly, a big move up for Brockport, go from 7 to 5. They're on a losing skid, so that's a huge win for them overall. And the SUNYAC, a lot of spots there, that 5th and 6th spot, really huge right now. You almost think that top 3 spots are locked in, but that 4, 5, and 6 could go either way.
Absolutely, and like you say, any given day, the seeding can change, and the season's not over. You never know. But the Lakers are riding high today, but they got to lock back in. They got to buckle up, and they got to focus because they got a big matchup against Cortland coming up.
Yeah, they got to lock in. We looked at that first matchup earlier in the season. Cortland came in here in the Deb and kind of had their way. They did a really good job, and look at these teams, very, very similar, identically almost similar overall. But Cortland, they came in the Deb, did a really good job, kind of had their way. They had that game also in that New Year's Classic too as well that Oswego had up here. So these teams are very familiar with each other, but you got to go on the road now. You got the success at home. You won 2 games this weekend, Friday and Saturday, Potsdam and Plattsburgh. Now you got to go on the road, figure it out against a really good Cortland team, and they have a pretty good environment too as well. So it's going to be huge overall for this Lakers team.
Absolutely, and Zach, we often talk about the victor, but we got to address the loser here because Plattsburgh now sitting at that 3 seed with, still hope, but not a lot. So where does Plattsburgh go from here?
Well, yeah, I mean, they go home now. They got games against Buff State and Fredonia, 2 teams that are just towards the middle of the SUNYAC right now, so not easy games by any stretch. So Fredonia and Buff State, I mean, Buff State just gave Jenny a hard time tonight, so it should be interesting, and then Fredonia at home. But these should be 2 wins at home for Plattsburgh. They'll be okay, and they'll be getting ready for maybe a rematch with one of those teams, Geneseo or Oswego.
Absolutely, and it's going to be an exciting week for all the teams competing in the SUNYAC, and I'm excited to see where that SUNYAC standing stands at the end of the regular season. But after an electric night, it is time to wrap it up. We got to go to bed. We've had a long day. But we thank you. This was an incredible atmosphere. My first time hosting it was an absolute pleasure. Everybody in the control room, from Jake Bradley, I would name off all the names, but I'm tired, honestly. I can't.
Closing time, Scheller.
It's closing time. But we thank you all. And Joyce, you got any last thoughts?
No, just you kind of hit on it, but just everybody in the back, so many names to name, but I'm just inspired by everyone's dedication here in this club, and we can do some big events like this. Big win here for the Lakers tonight.
Absolutely. We're signing out from Michael Scheller, Ryan Joyce, Jolie Santiago, and Zach Malmut. It's been a pleasure here on WTO Pizza.